evaluate the risk of doing something new。你嘗試邀請唔同嘅人，可能有個新嘅概念。你邀請唔同嘅人坐埋去傾，睇下大家係咪覺得有得做，傾下個風險，risk taking，好。咁呢啲咧都係啲人去做嘅，And for meetings, my questions, you can type in the numbers, Type in the numbers through checkbox. Do you know how many people should we have in order to hold a meeting? 你覺得一個會議最少要幾多人先可以成會議咧？Please type out the numbers through checkbox. You can use public chat， 冇問題嘅。你用公開，我想大家一齊學下。Somebody said 2, 3, 2, 3. Any other thoughts? 2 or more. Some students said that 2, 3, 2. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0夠鐘。Actually, even you have 2 people, you can have a meeting. Let's say you come to me, you ask for a consultations, academic consultation. It's a kind of a meeting. 你去同我會面，去有互動。咁其實2個人以上都可以係開到會㗎啦。If you are alone, definitely there's not a meeting, just one way, right? So 2 or above, I think it's okay. But actually, the scale 嗰個嘅規模咧係好多變嘅。And as I mentioned before, the ideal group size to talk things through is 4 to 6。喺職場上面最好開會嘅人數就係4至6人啦。即係 if too many people, it's difficult to control, and you need to have good planning in order to meet your planned objectives。頭先我叫大家諗嗰個會議原因就係咁樣，因為你嗰個會議原因會根據你嘅嗰個成效，會根據你嗰個出席會議嘅人數多少咧，而影響個效果嘅。所以咧，即係你要先定咗點解我今次要聚埋啲人先，跟住你再去 plan 而之後嘅嘢。Always think about why we need to do this, Because every time when you need to hold a meeting, it's all about resources investment。你一定要投放資源落去嘅，your time, your budget, or other stuff. So you need to think before you plan things through. That's the first point I want to make on this page. Is it all right for this page? If you don't have any questions, please click no. And then we'll move on to page 2. 係啦，冇問題，我哋去 page 2咯喎，係啦，好，嗱冇問題，我哋去 page 2。Page 2 actually, guys, in here， 等我打少啲，等啊，因為佢有時呢啲咧不受我控制，所以忍我一下，我都唔想。So for corporate buyers, corporate 即係商業機構，normally sometimes they will ask a company to do it for them, They can pay the company and ask the company to hold the meeting for them， 即係唔使自己做嘅。有啲商業嘅客戶，即係啲大公司去揾一間係即係 event organizer 嘅公司幫佢搞，亦都得。Or maybe that company they always hold meeting. They may have an in-house meeting planner。佢直情自己請咗個人去搞佢全公司嘅會議都會有嘅。So either is in-house，即係自己公司請咗個人去做嘅，或者你可以係 outsourcing， 即係你外判出去，你叫人家幫你開亦都得。Corporate buyers，And the corporate organizations，商業機構。Actually, we have different kinds of features in terms of corporate organizations。你等我嘥等會先，佢呢個成日都不受控啊，好正常。係啦 ，For example, you may have the family-run business， 一啲嘅家族生意。Normally for the family-run business，try to tell me your ideas through checkbox。你覺得家族生意啲人開會，通常佢哋開會嘅時候個特徵係點咧？Try to tell me the characteristics of family-run business when they try to hold a meeting. Think about the values, the atmosphere, and the interactions. 從呢3方面諗下你覺得家族生意佢開會，佢通常咧根據 values，interactions 同埋個 atmosphere， 話俾我聽佢係點樣喎？Through 係啦。Yes. Any other thoughts? And Crystal 規矩係啦，有時直情屋企傾啦，When you're having your meal together as a family, you just check through it, You don't need to book for a venue at all, And sometimes it's more relaxing because you're families, you're close to one another， 即係大家一家人嘅嘛，好輕鬆嘅個氣氛，通常比較即係冇咁拘謹嘅，係啦，即係呢個都係 another features of the family-owned business，係啦 ，more casual, yes, that can be one point as well，係啦 ，casual，yes， 即係比較輕鬆嘅 ，and 即 係比較they will be much more direct，OK？The way they talk to dinner 係啦，即係食飯 easy going 係啦，即係佢唔會介意嘅，有嗰句講嗰句咁一家人嚟㗎嘛，係咪先 family business 嚇？所以一齊去做工 ，OK？食飯嘅時候傾啦，係呢個都常做嘅，可能 every night OK we will have dinner together and then we will have a chat about the company's issues，OK？Or the latest situations within the company we will talk through it 係啦。即係互相去尊重啦，係啦，呢個都係。我 with a sense of humour，有時講下笑嘅，因為你一家人即係你唔會好拘謹咁樣啊。嗱，我哋今日傾嚇，即係又會閒話家常一下，你又會講下其他嘢，係啦 ，easy to talk，OK，係啦。所以即係你要 you need to switch 係啦 more direct，you need to switch the way you speak to one another，OK，and you need to know your target group。好，冇問題，我繼續落去啦。peer to peer 啦 ，peer 係學習對象啊 ，peer 即係，所以呢個即係唔好意思啊，俾唔到分啊，係啦，less rules 係啦，即係冇乜規矩啊嘛，一家人嚟嘅，呢個我同意嘅，係啦，阿 Ricky 講 ，OK，more relaxed less rules，OK，係啦 ，more interaction 係咪？因為大家都一家人好熟㗎啦，基本上嚇個互動係比較強嘅，同埋佢哋係即係比較開放接受意見，係 open minded，我 also agree with this point，OK，because they are families，right？OK，係啦。容易去互動嘅 Matthew 講係啦，即係呢個都係一個點我覺得 ，OK 係啦。咁所以你見到 family run business 啦 ，they will go for that mode，OK？And in here 另外一隻啦 ，shareholders of a large public quoted company。嗱 publicly quoted company 咧，另一個叫法叫做 public listed company， 上市公司。嗱，我哋一轉個模式，頭先有家族生意啦 ，OK？Although some of the family-run business also get listed for some of Lee Kem Kee， 李錦記都係佢自己家族營運翻嘅，但係佢都係一個上市公司 ，OK？咁我哋而家轉一轉個腦啦。For example, you need to hold a meeting for a listed company。今次唔同㗎，今次係上市公司要開會。What can be the features of this kind of meetings？ 你覺得今次幫上市公司開會，你有啲咩嘢嘅特徵你可以勾畫到出嚟咧 ？OK？係啦 ，more formal，more serious。It's a bit，you will feel a bit tense。I agree。有時有啲壓力嘅，即係因為好多嘢要去專注啊，成係 more informative。OK， 即係好多資訊嘅呢個都係，因為即係我哋個個都時間好寶貴噶嘛嚇，咁所以就即係開會嘅時候就 more informative，more serious。OK， 冇人講喎。How about the resources that you try to put in for the meeting？ 你諗下個資源投放方面有啲咩分別同 family run business？When you hold this kind of public listed company，OK？ 趁我睇緊大家嘅 participation mark， 我俾翻分先嚇。咁你打一打下，我一陣間碌翻落去。Serious 係因為我 share screen， 你知道我做緊乜㗎？咁你照打住先，我一陣間追翻啲對話就得㗎啦。OK， 係啦，你有一刻嘅時間，我哋諗一下，跟住就係你打住先啊。唔好意思啊，佢突然之間做乜鬼？係啦，得繼續。嗱，打住先，OK？我一陣間翻嚟嚇，跟住就more informative，跟住就 serious， 風落風，跟住就係啦 serious 係啦，即係比較正經啦，有規範啦，跟住咧睇法係啦 more resources 係啦，要多啲資源嘅 OK， 即係 because you want to have the standard， 你要有一個嘅即係似樣啊。Aggressive 係啦 ，maybe they will try to promote their product，OK，or service during the meeting。I agree，OK，they may be a bit aggressive with in terms of marketing。Louis 俾咗呢個點幾好，係啦，俾翻先，係啦，跟住就 professional，yes，you need to follow some of the industry norm， 一啲行業嘅標準，你係要去講噶啦，係啦，數據要多啲啦，you're not just throwing out ideas，we always want facts and figures， 講嘢係有理據嘅。多啲嘅 data 嘅，係啦，家族生意我覺得咁啦，好似依家有得做喎呢個市場，可能講嘢係咁樣嘅 for the family business。However, for the listed company meetings, because I can see the market share, okay, within this particular product is going up with 20%. I think that we should go for that directions。即係佢會好精準話俾你聽，我覺得呢一份嘢有得做，因為我見到嗰個嘅市場嘅規模。 係有20% 嘅增長，咁樣講嘅。The way they talk is different as well, okay? So you need to know the features of your clients, okay? Those are your clients, the corporate organizers, okay? More data 你係 more resources 啊，但係你真係 more resources 我唔會俾分㗎，你要講you need to elaborate a bit more 係啦。Need more information and resources 係啦 ，information 我都覺得係同點頭先我冇講到呢個點嘅 ，OK？ 係啦 ，book a professional venues，OK？ This is a good point，OK？As mentioned by Casey Chan. In this chapter, I will talk about venues，OK？ 個場地你都係有啲做法個唔同嘅 ，OK？ 跟住就係啦 ，give suggestions or opinions with friends 都會係互相俾意見啦，即係你最緊要咧嗱，你插低點解要 meeting 咧？就係 communication。點解要聚埋啲人先？溝通 ，OK？ 溝通就係咁樣去做啦。Focus on the main point 係啦，即係唔講廢話嘅。呢個我同意阿 Griffin 講。They don't have time to waste, okay? Just talk through the things and then get it done, okay? And then they will try to, yes, as mentioned by Kenny, this is a good point, okay? Actually, they may motivate the staff or the shareholders, stockholders. 佢會去煽動佢嘅員工或者煽動啲股民嘅，繼續支持佢公司，呢個都常做嘅，我都同意呢個係啦。Preparations 係啦，即係你係要做準備啦，準備嘅功夫比較多啲啦，呢個都係嘅，做呢個嘅 public list coming 係啦，時間上係好急嘅 ，OK？You may not have much time to hold your meeting actually, OK？Maybe you just need to get it done within 2 days and then you start the meeting, OK？即係冇乜時間去理佢。嗱 ，workplace bullying 嗱呢個睇下你係咩模式。Maybe your supervisors will invite you, okay, to talk about your performance. 但係通常呢啲會議咧，嗱我講上次好少講呢啲咁 sensitive 嘅嘢嘅 ，okay? They may talk through it privately rather than holding a large meeting to talk through these things. But they may also talk about workplace bullying. For example, they want to plan some policy to resolve these problems. 可能佢想大家聚埋去發覺公司有呢個情況，佢想一齊傾下有冇啲嘅。policy 一啲計劃 ，OK 一啲嘅指引可以防止嘅，咁佢可能會 hold 一個 formal 少少嘅 meeting 去傾，但一般呢啲都係比較 private 嘅 ，OK 係啦，listed company 好現實嘅，我都同意 Emily 嗰點就係 why they need to stay together because they want to find ways to make money，OK talk about the way how can they earn more money，OK 咁所以就係bullying in the workplace result in your opinion not being accepted， 我都知呢個因果嘅關係係啦。但係就即係我哋講開會一般大路嘅議題 ，OK 係啦，咁所以就嗱記住有呢兩隻嘅。When we talk about corporate organizations, we have the family-run business 家族生意啦 ，or shareholders，OK。Actually, many companies are run by the family members. Think about Li Ka-shing, Chang Kong Group. Actually now is run by his son, or it's a family business actually. Okay, Lee Kem-kee, or even some of the hotel chain like Hilton, You have a Paris Hilton 嗰個明星咧 Paris Hilton。咁佢點解叫 Hilton 咧？就係佢爺爺 ，OK， 就係嗰個創辦人啦。咁一路佢啲家族啲人就係 run 嗰個酒店集團。咁好多生意其實都係家族生意。所以 firstly you need to find out the nature 嗰個本質上你嗰個商務客係點先？個 nature of 嗰個 corporate， 等我打 corporate organizations。You need to figure it out。好啦，咁我哋繼續落嚟啦喎，呢個點搞掂咗啦。落嚟呢度，好。And actually, any kind of industry, although the textbook gave us these examples, any kind of industry can hold meeting, Oil, gas, petrol, medical, pharmacy, IT, automotive, finance, food, travel, For finance, actually, they love to hold meetings, especially for the banker, 嗰啲銀行家成日開會㗎啦。Or even insurance company or credit company, They always hold meetings frequently, due to the reasons that you have mentioned. Or even some of the new industry, as mentioned by you guys, they may want to do some brainstorming, they want to be innovative, So they may also hold meetings as well the new industry, for example, like the creative industry, arts, marketing, renewable energy, 即係可再生能源，例如solar power, wind power, wave power, wave 中文係叫做海水嗰啲浪啊，都可以發電嘅 ，And we have another one is heat wave, Heat wave 即係熱浪、地熱 ，Heat， 係。咁robotic 即係一啲嘅呢個都成日常搞嘅 嗰啲機械人啦、新科技啦 ，biotech 啦、生化啦，生物科技啦 Electronic currency. Nowadays we have lots of e-payment, okay, cashless economy。而家我成日講話無現金嘅經濟體系啦。咁佢哋嗰啲嘅系統，佢哋都會成日定期有啲更新嘅。They may always need to keep you guys update about the latest functions or the bugs。可能有 bugs 中文叫咩咧？有病毒，咁佢你點拆解咧？咁佢就定期叫啲人聚埋啦。Education 啦，即係教育上都其實傾嘢啦。Okay, security. Okay, be the latest software, latest techniques or policy that we need to bear in mind. Okay, so actually can be an endless list. Look at it. And for the and for the corporate buyers, okay, as mentioned before, you can do it in-house。可能你公司有一個人專責負責呢件事咧。Or you can outsource it， 我自己唔做啦，我判出去。Normally, every service, okay, is they may charge you per meeting as a project, and then you need to sign a contract, okay。有時佢會可能你今次呢一單大型會議，你判咗出去，佢就幫你簽份約，完咗個 project 就完㗎啦。Project based, okay, can be one way. Or maybe you employ a company, okay, a meeting planning company。你可能即係外判咗你嘅點講中文？You may try to buy the meeting service from a meeting planning company for a year, and you sign for the contract. That can be another way, okay? 一係就係 project base， 一係就可能係嗰個 time base， okay? Time 或者係 project base。做完一單完，或者係我同你，我買你嘅服務1年簽約啦，咁樣去做嘅 ，OK？ 咁所以就呢度你叫 outsource contract basis， OK？ And we always need to put things in black and white, as I mentioned before, okay? Just will try to recall your memory. 點解要簽合約啊？ Can anyone tell me why we need to sign contract, even when we hold the meeting? Why do we need to sign the contract? Why? Tell me. 點解要簽約先？好簡單啫，你叫佢開會 ，promise 係咪就咁應承算啊？再諗多一步再諗多一步。應承我口頭應承都得啦。Why I need to have the contract？ 呢個連 evidence 係啦，即係你要有嗰個法規嘅嘅認證。萬一 just in case something goes wrong, you can speak up, OK？ 咁點解所以成日我哋啲and you have your record， 有係啦 protect yourself, protect your rights, OK？You can have your record， 你有你嘅記錄啦 ，OK？ 即係可能你要啲使費你要報翻上去噶嘛。You spend for the meeting service, you need to report to your accounting staff, OK？ 係 it's kind of commitment as well, yes, Michelle, OK？ 咁所以即係點解要下下都要好似好rigid 唔係 rigid， 即係好僵化？點解下下要簽約咧？其實都有背後嘅意思嘅。唔好意思啊。好，咁我哋繼續碌落去。好 ，Now, so normally for the corporate meeting 呢啲商務嘅會，通常咩部門比較搞多啲咧 ？Sales and marketing department they love holding meetings. For example, they need to share the latest marketing plan or promotions campaign。最新嘅一啲嘅即係我哋個大方針啦 ，marketing plan 啦 ，promotions campaign 啦，一啲嘅宣傳推廣嘅活動啦 ，OK？They will hold a meeting. Or with the salesperson 同一啲銷售員 ，they talk about the personal selling. Later I will talk about this in the marketing course. No worries. 同啲銷售激勵佢哋嘅士氣啦，或者我哋 need to set the sales quota，OK？ 同大家公佈今一期我要大家跑數跑幾多，咁呢個都係一個原因佢開會嘅 ，OK？Sales target record。好 ，training and personnel human resources， OK？The HR department actually they love to do training，OK？And training actually within the HRM sector we call it as learning and development，L&D。佢哋通常行內面咧做 training 嘅人咧，佢哋唔會叫我做 training 嘅，好似好低端咁啊嚇。佢哋會叫我係 under learning and development 嘅 ，OK？ 因為 in the human resources they have other functions， 即係人力資源管理有其他嘅功能嘅。咁呢個 training 只不過係佢其中一個啫 ，OK？Or maybe they need to plan some policy for their staff, OK? Can you give me some examples? 你個人事部 policy P-O-L-I-C 啦，有啲咩嘢要傾咧？佢可能要保障翻啲員工咧。What kind of topics will they talk about for the HR when they hold a meeting? Business training， 你覺得佢哋要傾啲咩咧？傾公司嘅咩？係啦，人工啦 ，maybe they need to adjust the salary during this tough time. Yes. Any other 係啦，個福利咧，個 benefit 就 welfare 啦 ，yes。係啦，可能請人啦可能老闆要請人話 holidays 啦，係啦，仲有冇其他 ？Think about the workplace culture， 喺你嘅工作環境，我哋好多嘢要注意嘅喎。除咗你有啲咩 jackal 啊，係啦 working hours 啦，係即係工作嘅時數啦，仲有冇其他嘢啊？Think about the way that you try to interact with one another. Think about the way you try to interact with one another. 係啦 ，medical insurance 啦，係啦，係啦，即係可能一個大方向，你整啲員工點樣啦 ？Maybe 冇人講呢個 sexual harassment，OK，or corruptions，or privacy， 即係可能你要搞啲講座係叫啲人避免貪污、避免性騷擾、避免啲資訊泄漏，咁好有時係人事部搞嘅，咁佢哋嗰班人咧就要做埋去傾嘢啦 ，OK？ 咁呢啲都係一啲嘅原因，點解人事部要開會啦 ？OK？Who's going to be the reasons why they need to hold a meeting? This one, central administration， OK， 中央嘅行政嘅工作 ，OK？And I want you to learn these terms. We call company secretary，OK？呢個你轉咗佢係秘書嘅英文，呢個係佢呢度講 company secretarial activities，OK？Within the listed company or large company， 通常啲大公司咧，我哋有個職位叫做 ComSec，OK？That in English that means company secretary。嗱 ，don't think that they are just a normal secretary. In order to become a company secretary, you need to pass through some of the professional exam, and actually it's high pay, around 40K to 50K，OK？I think you can think about this direction if you want to work in MICE. 你可以做一個 ComSec 啦，咁有時幫手公司開埋啲會議啦。And you can sign the legal document if you become the company secretary。OK， 如果你係公司嘅企業秘書，你可以簽一啲法定嘅文件㗎嚇。OK， 所以係專業嘅，但係你要考一個專業試。And sometimes you need to hold some meetings and invite the ComSec to sit at the meeting to follow up the operations of your company as mentioned by your classmates。即係你有時咧會公司嘅高層聚埋啦，加埋公司嘅企業秘書啦，去傾一啲公司營運上嘅嘢 ，OK？ 所以你見到佢呢度講咧 ，including the company secretary activities。And this one is quite frequent， 呢個都搞得幾密下㗎，因為法規上 maybe you need to talk through on every quarter， 可能每季你都一定要有相關嘅會議記錄落去文檔度。咁呢啲係比較係有個 pattern 嘅。For the central administration meeting, we normally have regular meeting， 通常係比較有嗰個pattern 中文點樣有個規律嘅 ，OK 係啦。And in here, sometimes you may ask your colleagues to do it. For example, you will ask them to find some of the values, okay? Or you may ask them to do some planning. Especially if you're working in a small company, you are the one to do it. 即係唔係間公司有錢請一個人去做呢件事嘅，咁有時你會做埋嘅 ，OK？ And now we move to venues 嗱，我而家講 venues 嗰度先。講埋呢度先講 venues。And last week, I also shared some key terms with you about different kinds of meetings, for example, AGM, board meetings, corporate hospital 呢啲係啦，呢啲。咁咧有啲新嘅我想講一講。Some of the new terms I want you to know is this one: stockholder meeting, OK? Stockholder 啲股東大會 ，OK? For the listed company 上市公司 ，they must, OK, hold stockholder meetings regularly as part of the legislation requirement, OK? 股東大會佢一定每年一次要發布 ，they need to release the company performance and the financial report, OK? That is one of the listed criteria. Board meeting 即係通常你係啲公司嘅高層一齊坐埋去講嘢啦 ，OK？ Can be the government or the business firms board meeting. These two are similar, board meeting and management meeting. Training we cover it, OK? The meetings that HR departments take the lead, OK？Public show 即係一啲嘅展覽會，呢個我覺得佢有少少 off track 咗嘅係啦。Public show and incentive trip is something else, OK? I will just leave it. 呢個 sales training and product launch, OK? Maybe you need to introduce some new product or service towards your staff。你公司有新產品、新服務啦，咁你要知會相關人士，咁你就開個會啦，就 sales training and product launch。And lastly, promotions and technical training. Normally for this kind of training, you have demonstration as I mentioned in last week。即係你會有直情有個技術示範嘅 ，OK？ 因為你要教識啲人去用 ，because you need to make sure that they can use this kind of techniques, OK, or technology. So this we may have the professional and technical training as well. And for the meetings, actually it can be in-house, OK, internal within your own company or outside your company, OK. 所以公司自己內部嘅傾啦，或者係同外面嘅人一齊去傾 ，OK. And sometimes it will involve the CRM or maybe you will talk about the ROI and try to plan for the next move. 即係你都會傾下公司有冇啲可以對社會回饋嘅嘢去做下。 或者我今一期做嘅嘢，究竟我個回報率係點 ROI？ 唔好意思，我唔知做乜個鼻無啦啦，好似鼻敏感起。係啦，嗱我哋去 values 呢度。嗱 values 呢度，我想開個白板，大家準備打字啦嚇 ，OK？ 喺我開白板嘅時候咧，我講一講條題目。等我開個新白板先。嗱我 clear 我先，因為我 save 咗呢個。條題目就係 When you hold a meeting, tell me some possible venues, OK? Possible venues for holding meeting 啊，今次 meeting 啊，特登我係揀邊度可以係成為一個俾你開會嘅地方咧 ？OK? Please try to list out some of the possible venues, OK? In this whiteboard, OK? Rita said hotel. Yes, I will spend some time to talk to the hotel. Any other places that we can hold meetings, OK? He says hotel. We learned about this in the other course. I just try to recall your memories. How about the others? 其他同學咧，得 Rita 答咋？有冇打緊字啊？因為我呢個 Zoom 咧有個唔好處就係我唔知大家係咪打緊字啊。我之前咧喺 Canvas 嗰個咧，我知大家係 typing， 但係呢個我就睇唔到，所以我有時就會嗌喂，有冇打緊字啊？有冇聽到啊？就係咁意思啦。係啦，阿 Ken 話可能喺公司裏面咧，直情 inside the company 啦。Conference room yes, exhibition center yes, OK. Any other？ 我睇點先。阿 Angel 你呢個我睇唔到，遮咗啊。唔好意思。咩 building 就睇唔到啊 ？Industrial building 就工業大廈都會有時慳錢咧。而家好多工廈啦。Angel gave us a good point. Many industrial buildings turn into some business center nowadays. 唔好疊住人啊！哎呀，唔好疊住同學啊！因為我喐唔到啊，今次喐唔到大家嗰啲格格。你唔好疊，你喐一喐你自己嗰啲字，唔好黐住其他同學嗰啲啊。OK？Don't overlapping your course. Conference room yes. Michelle exhibition center hotel Zoom yes. OK？We have virtual meeting 嗱，我哋有係而家你知啦，視像會議啦。咁呢個都係 library 嘅 sometimes OK？But we rarely hold meeting in library sometimes actually because it's difficult to book and then it's too serious OK？太過呢個我覺得我哋好少用啊 library 我覺得唔係一個咁理想嘅答案係啦。But good try. Janet University yes 係啦，呢個都會嘅。打全名啊，唔該係啦。Anna 嘅打全名啊嚇，唔好淨係打你英文名，我唔知你邊個打邊個 OK？ 全名 Crystal 街係啦 ，exhibitions online company 自己公司裡面啦，跟住你可能戶外嘅 ，sometimes you hold a meeting outdoor maybe in a garden OK？ You want to have a more relaxing atmosphere you may try to hold a meeting in such kind of venues OK？Restaurant 有時會有餐廳，you book a room， 你包廂，可能餐廳你 book 個房去傾嘢啦 ，OK？ 可能食完飯之後接住落嚟就有傾嘢嘅時間，所以餐廳都係喎，都this is a good point，OK？Even the restaurant you can hold a business meeting，OK？In a more relaxing way。Cafe yes， 有時啲保險經紀你見啦，就係好中意啊，去 cafe 同你傾嘢啊，咁呢個都係一個方式嚟嘅。Function room 係一啲功能嘅房嚇，冇人講嗰個 room 喎，有一個我期望大家有講未有出嚟。School home 係可能喺屋企度搞啦，呢個都會係啦。Matthew 講，跟住頭先我見到 Kenny 有一個，咦唔見咗 Kenny 嗰個答案嘅？我記得頭先你有一個好好點嘅喎 ，unique 係啦，跟住就係阿 Brian 呢度講就係啦 ，restaurant、Zoom、exhibition centre 冇人講個 centre 添。嗱有時候啲會議中心我哋 convention centre 呢個都常做嘅。仲有冇其他啊？最後5秒啦。5、4、3，我拉唔到大家啲答案，唔知做乜嘢。2、1，夠鐘，好。咁我 save 先。咁有以下呢啲啦，係啦 ，restaurant Sarah hotel restaurant。酒店咧有幾個地方可以開會嘅 ，OK？ 嗱，我打一打字先嚇，我補充少少用橙色。嗱喺酒店裏面 ，some of the popular venues ballroom business centre。OK， 喺嗰個波樓啦，我哋叫做 OK， 即係宴會廳 喺酒店裏面咧有個地方叫 business centre。Normally in the business centre you have meeting rooms。OK， my questions。嗱，大家喺 public chat 度估下㗎。Island Shangri-La Hotel 港島香格里拉酒店 ，they have a business centre and you can book。係 clubhouse very good， 係 clubhouse conference room 呢個都係嘅。等我講埋呢度先。我花山風先，後面做乜嘢？無啦啦個鼻。唉。So for the hotel, for example, Island Shangri-La in Hong Kong in Admiralty， 金鐘有港島香格里拉酒店啦，佢係一個商務中心。商務中心裏面有個會議室，it can cater around 12 people， 一個12人台嘅一個會議室。Try to guess how much do you need to pay for 2 hours？ 2小時我 book 呢個房，你覺得喺一間5星級嘅酒店 Island Shangri-La 幾錢度咧 ？And you only have water and the basic equipment, let's say the projectors and the laptop for you。有冇同我再估下幾多錢啊？你覺得2個鐘？再估下。5000、4000，低冇咁貴，因為個房唔大嘅啫，擠到一張12個人坐傾嘢嘅台。close 啦 ，OK。嗱 ，the price is $600 per hour，OK， 600蚊1小時。咁佢可能包基本水啦，或者可能有啲餅咁啦嚇，咖啡機嗰啲係啦。咁所以係唔平㗎嚇，你喺酒店度開呢啲嘢。咁有時慳錢咧 ，maybe you meet your clients, you want to talk things through, you just ask them to come to your hotel room, or you go to the room that they are staying in Hong Kong。你可能鏟上去間房，我哋喺酒店房傾啦。Do you know what can be the benefits of holding a meeting at the hotel room？ 喺酒店房度傾嘢有咩好處 ？That's my question。More relaxed 有冇其他好處？呢個唔係最重要。More privacy yes。私隱度高，你喺自己房間 ，OK？ 尤其是你傾啲秘密嘢，有時呢個都係啦，呢個都係一個好嘅 benefit。So don't miss it out，OK？Sometimes because for some of the hotel rooms is not just a bed。有啲酒店房咪有 dining areas， 有 sofa。Actually, it's a very good space to hold meeting as well. So don't just think about the bed， 唔係坐喺張床傾㗎嚇。佢有時啲酒店房可能有個做嘢嘅地方，有書台，有成或者有個 dining area， 有餐台嘅。咁你直情喺嗰度傾嘢係冇問題嘅 ，OK？So don't miss out these venues as well. And nobody mentioned this one as well, so I want to add it. OK， 你等我開先。嗱 ，exhibition centre 大家講咗啦 ，convention centre，OK？ 會議展覽中心呢個係新加嘅 ，OK？ 咁呢個都係常我哋開會嘅地方啦 ，OK？ 咁頭先同學講到啦 ，university，OK？What can be the benefits of holding a meeting at the university？ 喺大學我 book 大學嘅場或者 school 有啲咩好處啊？如果我喺嗰度 ，easy to rest it， 你其他都可以 rest it 嘅噃 ，Matthew。Many seats， 其他我都可以擠台凳㗎。最大嘅好處點解我要喺仲有冇其他考量？上學期我都講過下嘅，未必係學生嘅，可能係啦，有同學答到啦。The beauty of booking at universities can be because it's not difficult to book, especially during semester break or holidays， 尤其是喺學校假期嘅時候咧，好容易 book 嘅啫。Or even weekend. Think about primary school and secondary school. Saturday and Sunday, empty classroom, right? Okay, so it's cheaper. Okay, easy to book, and they should have the basic equipment. Every classroom should have the computer, okay, the projector, the screen, okay, a whiteboard, okay。基本上每間房嗰個配備都係有喺度㗎。所以咧，點解好多時候咧，如果你慳錢，我哋都會喺教育機構度做會議。And actually sometimes they will give you free, they will waive out your booking fee。有時同學講係啦，直情唔使錢嘅，即係佢覺得你哋傾嘅嘢有意義啊，你哋有需要啊，咁佢就直情係唔使你交嗰個嘅booking， 即係叫做預約費。咁所以咧就呢一個咧都好受歡迎嘅 ，especially for the religious or NGOs meetings， 即係嗰啲budget 比較緊缺嘅類別嘅人咧，就會中意 book 呢類嘅場所啦，或者 book 一間學校咁，你有休憩空間嗰樣嘢。頭先同我講得啱嘅，即係個 leisure space is much larger. If you book a school, okay, you book the room for meeting, people can walk around after the meetings or during break time。咁呢個都係一個原因。唉，唔好意思。 我 save 呢個先 save 咗啦，今日生。好，等等我 share 翻 screen 先，就呢一度啦，我想大家講。咁咧 before the first break, I want to share some website for you. Okay, if you really want to work in these sectors, where can you search for the Venice? 等啲揾翻先，係啦。You can go to one website. 等我開先。This is one of the DMOs in these sectors, as I mentioned before. Okay, so actually, they have the pop-up. 呢個係 pop-up message 啊。As you can see, stick it here. Okay, pop-up message to tell you about the COVID-19 and what should you bear in mind when you come to Hong Kong. If you are really working as a meeting planner, okay, when you try to find a venues, okay, in here, 佢有一個 venue search 嘅，你等我揾先。我嗰次揾過佢。How can we help？ 佢有個 venue search 嘅 tour 嘅。你等我開。咦？係啦，佢直情係有呢一個。咦？唔通佢改咗？我嗰次係可以喺呢度有一粒掣撳嘅喎。你等我睇睇下。Planning tool 呢度係啦 ，Planning tool 你去 Planning tool 跟住 Venues and Hotel Search 你 click 佢 ，OK？You go to MEHK website and then you can set your criteria, okay? As I'm sharing my screen with you, okay? For example, this time I want to book a hotel, okay? You may have I want it to be in Hong Kong, okay? And then you type in the capacity. 你要係幾多個人要啦？例如舉個例。我要係嗱 ，and they also tell you the types of the layout。你想搞咩？即個 layout 中文叫咩咧？即係個場地個配置係點樣？Theatre, banquet, boardroom, classroom, cocktail. We learned about this in last semester. Different kinds of room settings, right? Okay. And then you type in, and then in here, press search maybe. Okay. Or even I don't press search。嗱，我唔撳 search。呢度佢有一個quick summary 嘅。Okay. You can quickly scan through, okay? For example, this hotel, Asia World Expo, they tell you the space of that function room, so you can think about whether it sounds to be suitable for your project, your meeting project. 你可以先揦一揦嚇，睇下邊啲係啱你嗰個嘅人數先，跟住你先再 type. Or you can do the other way round, okay? For example, this one, Albridge Discovery Bay Hong Kong, 愉景灣酒店 ，OK？ 咁佢呢度就720個 square meter 啦，跟住佢最多可以 cater 325 not that big size, okay, of delegates, okay? So you can play around this. I think this is a very good search engine, okay? If you really want to work in this industry, go to MEHK. This is MEHK website, planning tools, and then go venue hotel search, okay? Another website I highly recommend you to go is HKHA. No. 喺呢度 click。唔好意思啊，鼻好辛苦啊。等等啊。好嗱，呢個係香港酒店業協會 ，okay? That is the website of Hong Kong Hotel Associations, okay? And they have the hotel directory, okay? Because sometimes when you hold a meeting, you need to book for the rooms as well, right? And then here, they list out all the hotels according to A to Z, okay? Maybe you know the hotel name, you can just click through it one by one, or you want to go for some of the particular international chain. 可能你對某一啲嘅酒店集團品牌有興趣嘅，例如我想 book Marriott， 我中意萬豪集團，咁你揾翻 Marriott M，OK 喺度，咁咧你就可以去到佢嗰個網站啦。They will divert you to go to the website of that hotel, okay? And they will give you the basic information about the address, okay, the locations, okay, and some photos about that hotel. JW Marriott is located in Admiralty, okay? My questions 啦，麻煩大家喺 public chat 度答我啊！我開翻個 chat box 先。As we mentioned hotel, right? Okay. Can you tell me some of the major hotel district in Hong Kong? 你覺得香港邊度最多酒店咧 ？Which is 先咁講，覺得香港邊一區係最多酒店 ？Which districts have the highest numbers of hotel? Any other? Very close, but not 100 correct, okay? According to HKTB report, because I also teach hotel management and tourism courses for LTM, I'm the stream leader, as you may know that, okay? So in here, actually, the number one district have the highest number of hotel in Hong Kong is 油尖旺區最多 ，OK？ Other popular districts can be central， 係啦，中環一個啦，仲有冇其他地方好多酒店啊 ？Can you give me others? Besides central district, we have high numbers of hotel. I think 仲有一個我覺得大家都要知嘅 ，besides central. It's in Hong Kong Island, not North Point, very close to North Point as well. Yes, CWB Causeway Bay, OK. Causeway Bay 優千旺 Central Admiralty 金鐘 ，OK， 金鐘都係一啲成日開商務會議好熱門嘅地方 ，OK。咁if you want to save cost 喺港島區，而家有個新興嘅點 ，OK。many companies also move to East Hong Kong Island 去港島東啦，好多公司搬咗去。For example, they move to Quarry Bay and Taikoo City. And even in Taikoo City, we also have hotels for you to choose from, okay, for holding a meeting. In Taikoo City, they have got an hotel called East Island East, okay， 係Swire 嘅太古集團嘅一個酒店。咁你慳錢，你可以喺嗰啲地區度 book 酒店。Or maybe North Point also we have several hotels in North Point, okay. But most likely, if you have the budget, we prefer Central and Admiralty, or even 上環，中上環一帶係比較方便過真係你 book 到去太古城嘅，係啦，因為都有啲平價酒店啊，咁你可以 hold 個 meeting 咯，係啦。咁呢個我想補充少少。So for the hotel, you can use those search engine to search for the needed informations。嗱，呢個頭先我講咗點解揀學校。Any questions just before I give you a short break？ 有冇問題？冇問題，我俾大家5分鐘 break 啦。呢課書長少少，所以我 break 放短啲，我教個書先嚇。OK， 咁5分鐘後翻嚟。 好，我哋繼續啦，各位同學，我哋翻嚟啦。好，有冇人識阿李嘉晴同學啊？係咪冇見過佢啊？李嘉晴同埋阿 Hasha， 我想問有冇同學見過佢哋兩位啊 ？Yes or no？ 有冇同學見過佢哋啊？Hello， 翻嚟未啊 ？Guys， 得啦，好唔該。咁我哋揭去第9版紙 ，OK？ Please turn over to page 9 because page 9 they will talk about the Venice. I want to talk about this first just before we move on, guys. Okay. So for Venice, firstly, you need to know why you are holding that meeting. The group size 幾多人先今次個會 ，OK? And I show you MEHK and HKHA website. When you need to pick a venues, you should go to those websites. And besides that, you may try to think about the convention center as well. In Hong Kong, we have 3 major convention center. OK. Defer 啊佢，哦 OK 得，唔該晒，等我寫低先嚇。Defer。咁所以就係咁情況啦。So actually, hotel is popular, okay? Because hotel, actually we can guarantee one thing. 點解酒店係咁？呢個答到3分，呢題難啲。點解酒店成日都係開會嘅首選咧 ？What can we guarantee if we pick hotel for us to hold a meeting? What can be the beauty of picking hotel, guys? Can anyone tell me? 3 marks 呢條答中3分。點解我哋揀酒店咧？Any other? Very close, very close. 再答10、9、8、7、6、5。Hotel is not cheap while comparing with the other kind of venues like university, okay? 好，5、4、3、2、1、0，正確答案係 OK. Normally they have a wide range of service and they can guarantee a good service quality. 佢嘅服務質素咧有保障啦，定下 service quality 啦，同埋佢嗰啲wide range of other service on offer 有其他嘅服務提供俾你啦 ，OK？ 最緊要係個服務質素嗰度有保證啊！所以點解我啲人寧願使多啲錢咧 ？Even though they need to spend more, they still want to book a hotel, okay? And it's related to your corporate image， 同你公司形象有關嘅。所以點解 book 酒店咧貴我都俾佢啦嚇，即係服務質素好啦，即係整體嚟講都比較其他嗰啲 clubhouse 啊、學校啊嗰啲會有保障少少，係啦。咁 that is the major reasons why we go for hotel. Although they are expensive， 係啦。有冇同學講 service 嗰個可以俾分？頭先有個同學啦 have service 呢個又唔係幾 hit 得中。Professional set up 呢個俾你啦，即係呢個比較近少少 ，OK？ 好，咁翻嚟呢度啦 ，OK？And actually for the associations because they are not corporate， 頭先講到啦，我哋有商務客，有其他非商務客。For the corporate, normally they are richer, right? They're making profit. But for other associations like educations or religions or military or charity, they are not that rich, although they are not poor, okay? So they will go for more economy options. 呢啲經濟嘅方案嚟 ，they will go to town halls or civic venues. 社區中心，頭先冇同學講下，社區中心一啲會場或者村公所嗰啲嚇，即係如果你係圍村人，咁我開隻大會，咁咪去祠堂啦 ，OK？You may go to that kind of place to hold your meetings. And it's like exhibitions, as I mentioned last week. The peak time it should be after Chinese New Year till summer. Summer 其實已經冇咁旺㗎啦，因為some people may need to go for family holidays. And autumn, OK， 9月開波又旺，9至11月 ，OK， 咁都係meeting 都係根據呢個嘅模式，就係呢啲係啲旺季啦。And now we move on to here. As I mentioned before, we have 2 major groups of buyers, right? Okay, the corporate one or the associations one. 即係如果我將佢顧客群分類咧 segmentations, okay, within the meetings industry, I have the corporate and the associate CA, okay, okay, corporate buyers and associations buyer, okay. As mentioned before, they are making money, they are richer, okay, they have larger budget, and then they want it to be specific, okay, and direct. 佢哋中意啲服務係直接嘅，你冇幾廿重嘢咁樣去又批改啊，又成佢哋唔中意嘅。And they are rushing things through. You know, time is money in the business world. So maybe you only have maybe less than 1 week to hold a meeting. 即係你嗰個 策劃嘅時間係短，因為啲嘢好急速嘅喺商業個社會。And they are more open to different types of venues. For example, they may book a cruise ship. Okay, cruise is a嗱頭先冇同學講呢個點，我加翻。郵輪都係一個可以開會嘅地方啊嚇。頭先漏咗呢個點 cruise. Okay, because they are rich, right? So they can pick from different types of venues. However, for the associations, they may have limited budget, so they may go for the economy options. And normally, for the scale, for business meeting is for the corporate clients is smaller. For the associations meetings, the number of people is larger. 嗱呢條難少少，我俾3分如果答到。點解你會覺得商業嘅機構嘅客人嘅會議個人數係比嗰啲非商業嘅少咁多咧？點解會有呢個情況 ？Why we may have these kind of situations? Why the associations conference sounds to have the larger scale of meeting? That's my questions. Why they are holding larger meeting? Anyone? 答下先啊，寫住你先啊。Especially for the associations conference, why they are larger in size? 你冇理由啊！你有錢㗎喎，嗰個 corporate 點解佢哋個 meeting 係點咧？再答下嚇，俾10秒呢條難少少。點解佢哋嘅規模比較大啲？10、9、8、7、6、4、3、2、1、0，夠鐘。The answer is think about her hand. Because corporate is for tight relationship partners. 都近磅，但係未 hit 得好重。But good try, okay? For those who speak up, I can still give you 1 point because you try at least, okay? 等我寫低先，跟住就好，等我計緊分嘅時候，我睇下大家啲答案先嚇。My answer is think about the Catholic Church 天主教會 ，OK？ 梵蒂岡嘅英文我哋之間唔整起啊，梵蒂岡 ，OK？If they need to hold a meeting with all their followers, okay? You may need to hold a live sessions all around the world, and the numbers of followers are much larger than an international chain. 中文講一次，想象下有啲宗教組織嚟天主教咁啦，佢梵蒂岡係總部啦，咁佢可能要同所有主教去開一個嘅大型嘅會議，傾埋一個議題。咁你呢啲人嘅數量係一定多過商務機構嘅 ，OK？ 咁所以咧，或者啲慈善組織嚟 UNICEF 嗰啲咧，咁即係個規模係比商業機構大嘅。The scale of those kind of organizations is larger than the corporate firm. Although maybe the corporate firm may have branches in several countries. 可能商業啲大公司佢好多地方國家都有分公司，但唔代表佢係有咁多人啊。可能分公司得1個人、2個人嘅啫。但係嗰啲組織咧就未必嘅喎。咁所以咧due to this reason 咧 ，normally the scale of associations conference are far larger than corporate conference, okay? Because they have worldwide network, okay? And those network is not just only one man band, okay? So that's the reasons why they have larger meetings. 好 ，and睇先，係啦 ，and then the venues, okay, venues, okay. In here, as you can see, this one they go for the formal and traditional venue mode. 通常咧，商業機構都係比較傳統嘅，佢唔想有亂子。我哋即係最好嘢穩陣 ，OK？ 啲商界都係。咁咧，你見佢 book 親都係 hotels、multi-purpose centre，OK？ 即係嗰啲多用途嘅活動中心 or convention centre. But for the associations conference, they may go for other options, okay? Due to limited budgets or their needs for holding that meetings. And for the corporate, okay, they are richer, so they have higher budget. And for the associations, they may rely on donations， 即係可能係捐獻佢先有錢嘅。咁佢個 budget 當然係比較緊絀少少啦。And for corporate conference, actually, is year round, okay？ 呢個咧，我想大家打粒星，因為咧佢上面嗰度有啲擾亂你。我覺得佢呢個先係講得啱嘅。For conference, for business, okay, actually you hold meeting every day or year long。即係你諗下你自己出嚟做工，可能我無啦啦我晏晝要開個會啊，日日都有會開嘅 ，OK？ But for the associations conference, actually, they may pick some peak season, okay, to hold the conference. For example, springtime, summertime, and autumn. Winter, we rarely do it because it's Christmas, okay? 即係佢可能係唔會一年搞幾日次嘅，可能係每年一度，可能春季大會咁就完㗎啦，OK？ And for corporate conference, normally the period is shorter, okay? Because they need to do their work, they can't leave their seat and head for the meeting for half day or one day. 商界嘅會咧唔侵長嘅，唔會拖太耐，因為佢哋都唔想離開佢嘅崗位去開會，因為開會其實好嘥時間嘅。一個新嘅管理概念 I want you to stick it in your head, okay? Now, actually, we dislike meeting because meeting is waste of resources because you need to put down your work and sit together and talk things through. We love short meetings, okay? We try to talk things through within 1 hour, okay, maximum. 通常如果有效率嘅公司咧，唔中意開會嘅，開得咧，我哋通常開會時間係少1小時，因為你要大家抌低你自己做緊嘅嘢咧，去開會咧係好影響個生產力㗎。So as you can see 咧 ，for business firms normally the duration is much shorter, okay? Half day or 1.5 day, or even they just count it up as hours， 可能1小時2小時 ，OK？ 咁好快完嘅，尤其是香港地 ，OK？ And however, for the associate conference, okay, it may last 2-3 days, okay? Because they are not rushing. They want to build relationship with other members. 可能同其他嗰個會嘅組織啲人，我想同佢混熟啊 ，make friends 啊 ，OK？ 咁你唔可以急噶嘛，咁所以你見佢呢啲機構嘅會咧，通常就即係長少少嘅 2 to 3 days，OK？ And for the corporate clients, as you can see, okay, because they have better budgets, normally they may go for hotels, okay？ 因為佢哋即係都有嗰個預算比較鬆啲啦，咁一般住酒店嘅。但係 for the associations conference, they may not stay at the hotel, okay? Because those people when they head for the meetings, they need to pay for themselves. 嗰啲去參加呢啲可能慈善機構組織嘅會議或者啲宗教組織嘅會議嘅人咧，佢係要自費嘅。咁佢自費佢可能11蚊，佢都諗一下。咁所以咧，佢未必係會去book 酒店。咁佢哋要 book 啲咩咧？嗱，我想大家諗一下。Given that you have limited budget and you want to join an associations conference， 舉個例，你係獅子會 ，OK Lion Club，OK 嘅會員，你要去參加佢1年度嘅大會啦 ，OK？And you need to travel to maybe let's say this year they hold the meetings in London, okay? So where will you stay? Can you give me some economy options? Airbnb can be one. Yes, maybe you go with several friends. Okay, so you share a flat. Any other cheap staying options? 除咗 Airbnb， 我想慳錢住宿，我可以住邊度 ？Give me some hostel. Yes, any other besides hostel? Any other? 仲有啲喎，未出嚟喎。Any other? Think about the cheap staying options. Homestay, yes. Maybe you got your friends or family stay. You just stay at the house for a few days, okay? Any other? 仲有2個未出嚟。Host family 同 homestay 係一樣啊。Hostel 就係旅社，係啦。Hostel 先同學答咗啦 ，OK？ 仲有冇其他？有冇其他？係啦，賓館 ，guest house and motel, yes, correct. Guest house。係啦，諗一下呢啲方案，係啦，即係如果你個 budget 比較緊絀咧，就係嗰啲人都係會去呢啲地方，住喺相熟友好家人嘅地方啦，住喺青年旅社啦、賓館啦、公路旅館啦 ，OK， 呢啲嘅地方係啦，咁就呢個係我想大家去諗一下嘅 ，OK， 知道咗。And in here, delegate partners，OK， 即係你去開會有冇你嘅親朋戚友同你去咧？ For corporate conference, we rarely have this kind of arrangement. But for association conference, they may invite you to bring your kids or bring your husband or wife, okay? Because they want you to interact and make friends with one another, okay? So they are slightly different. 得唔得呢一 part? If no problem, please please give me a thumb up or give me 5, okay? By pressing the participants button, okay? 好，係啦。咁冇問題，我哋去翻前面嗰度先，你等等我。係啦，去翻等等啊。去翻第5版，唔該。Please turn over to page 5. Page 5。等等我碌翻上去先。7、6、5。 Here 得。等我啊。好，嚟翻呢度先。好。That is page 5, okay? We talk about venues, right? Okay. I also highlight the reasons why we go for hotel due to the service quality. Okay, 個服務質素有保證啦。Okay. And sometimes you may go for other places like a business center or training center, 一啲培訓中心，咁都可以租借嚟做活動嘅，係啦。Or even civic venues and town halls. My questions: Who own a civic venues and town hall？ 我想問一問大家，知唔知邊個擁有呢啲社區中心啊？嗰啲嘢㗎 ？We have two major government department. Actually, they are the person in charge. 我想你講係邊個部門啊？邊個部門係擁有呢啲咁嘅場館㗎？兩個主要。Anyone？ 邊兩個政府部門係擁有嗰啲社區中心啊，或者其他嘅場館㗎？碌落去先，等等啊，碌緊落去。康文署係啦 ，LCSD 嘅民政事務署 ，yes correct，OK。Michelle get it，OK。英文知唔知係咩啊？英文 LCSD，OK。Leisure and Cultural Service Department，OK。跟住就係另外一個就係民政事務署，就係 Home Affairs Department，HAD，OK。Home Affairs Department， 好，咁就呢一個啦 ，Civic Venues and Town Halls。咁你去佢哋嘅網頁就可以 book 到佢哋嘅場館啦 ，OK？ 嗱，我講咗答案，你再打咧我都唔會計噶啦，係啦，要快手嘅，你攞 participation mark， 係啦。咁跟住呢度咧University and Academic， 我講咗你先答，咁冇意思係咪先？係啦，對答咗嘅同學都唔公平，咁所以咧一定係要我講解之前，你已經打咗答案出嚟咧，咁我要計你啦。好，即係唔可以叫做咩馬後炮嘅 ，OK？ 唔可以咁樣嘅，係啦。咁University and academic venues 啦 ，actually you can go to the school website. They may have a venue booking section. So you can just do it. Even for the university, you can do the same. 好。And now we move on to here, the lead times and seasonality. We also cover it in page 9. 頭先都講咗少少啦，就係 normally for corporate clients, they are rushing things through. You don't have long time to do your planning. You need to get things done quick and accurate. 快很準嘅，要嘭嘭聲。所以你見我個人都比較急嘅，係啦 ，because I work in this industry before, so I got this kind of habit, OK？ 咁所以咧就即係會變成咁一個人。好 ，and here, OK， for associations 我冇惡意嘅，即係我急，但係就唔係話俾壓力大家。好 ，associations conference 咧，they may plan it a year before， 即係佢唔使急我1年前啊，我要搞啦，慢慢做啲咁樣嘅 ，OK？Because they are not doing it for profit, OK？And we also have the peak time, OK？The spring and autumn。And budget 頭先都講咗啦，其實呢個就係頭先嗰個表嘅嗰啲解釋嘅。Normally, when we try to calculate the budget， 當我要去計我究竟今次搞嗰個會議嗰個錢幾多咧 ？We care about these items, OK? We call expenditure per delegates, OK? Expenditure per delegates means how much should you spend for each business。你要計到係究竟嗰個人嚟參與今次會議佢要使幾多錢 ，OK？So normally the major items to do the calc， 我唔會叫你計，因為呢一科係入門版啫。如果你再讀上去咧，係有嗰啲公式計嘅。Normally we need when we try to calculate the cost per head 啦，簡單啲去講，即係我要計每一個人均使費幾多咧。Some of the major expenditure items can be venues, catering, OK? If they need to have the staying service， 如果佢要住宿，你要住宿咧，你通常加埋住宿粒數 ，OK？So those are the major elements that you need to consider when you try to do the calculations for expenditure per head per delegate. Company which pay to 係啦，就係咁啦呢個。係啦 ，and normally the budget, the relation, how much can you set for the budget is closely related to the economic situations. Now actually we are suffering from recessions again, okay, due to COVID-19. 即係而家全球經濟都係焦㗎啦。咁咧 ，for this kind of situations, we need to tighten our budget. So that's why the virtual meeting is getting so popular. Okay, besides COVID-19, I think due to recessions, we will still keep on using this kind of meeting software. 即係唔單止病毒令到大家更加速成班去用呢啲嘅視像會議。另一個原因就係而家咧嚟緊呢1-2年咧經濟都唔會好啦，講真。 即係坦白，所以我都鼓勵大家，你哋 Year 2嘅同學 think about your further studies，OK？Study 2 more years，OK？Maybe after 2 more years，the situations will get better，OK？避一避先，讀多2年書，攞埋個 degree 去 ，OK？ 自己諗一下。For your further studies, if you want to chat with me, if you don't mind, okay? Although I'm not your year tutor or I'm not your program leader, but I'm your teacher, I'm happy to support you, okay? To plan for your future plan. If you want to talk with me about your study plan, okay? You can WhatsApp me. 即係如果升學你有啲咩問題啊，或者你想揾人傾下，你唔介意咧？即係雖然我唔係大家嘅班主任，亦都唔係大家嘅課程主任啦。作為一個老師咧，我覺得都要關顧大家呢方面嘅需要嘅。咁咧，我覺得而家都係時候諗下㗎啦，因為大家都 Year 2而家9月份啦。咁報學校通常就係they will start around mid September or end of September，OK？ So it's time to think about your next move。好，咁呢個要知下。好，咁呢度咧佢就講啦，即係what do they care about? So get the differences. The first one for the venues，OK？Actually is the most important factor。兩班客仔咧都好緊張嗰個場館究竟合唔合適嘅 ，OK？ 你見佢they also take up the highest 唔係喎，for associations they care about the 係啦 the venue 係啦 they don't care much 呢個點講咧？睇先They try to talk about the venues, okay? What do they care about most, okay? For the corporate clients, actually,most of them is not really important for the venue. 即係其實商務客嗰個場館，佢哋都唔係話睇得咁緊要嘅啫 ，OK？ And for associations, they also think is that may not be the most important factors to determine you whether you want to go or not。即係佢 book 邊度地方，其實唔係一個最主要嘅因素去決定你去唔去嗰個會咯。你見佢都係 quite important 啦，未必係一個最重要嘅考量因素。即係呢兩班客仔都係咁樣。好。And for corporate sectors, actually,as mentioned before, the size is smaller, okay? Normally it's 100 to 200 or even fewer, okay? And you have short planning time and then you have more budget, okay? And most likely the budget is distributed by the corporate company, 即係公司自己撥一個款。My questions, where should we set our conference budget among the corporate clients, okay? 喺商務機構裏面，我哋幾時定呢啲搞會議嘅使費嘅咧？嘅預算嘅咧？Try to guess the timing, okay? When should we plan for the conference budget? Anyone? 幾時我哋要定，或者係即係個定嘅模式係點樣？我想大家知一下。我講緊 corporate clients 啊，係啦，有時係 annual budget， 即係可能係每年一度我預 let's say I want to save 50,000 5萬蚊 ，OK? For the meeting expenses within a company in the upcoming years， 可能我留5萬蚊，今年開會就喺嗰度使費啦。早啲攞定錢 ，OK？ 我 maybe is ad hoc， 有時好急㗎，無啦啦我要開一個大會，我就即刻申請錢啦。有時係 ad hoc 嘅 ，so we have two ways，either ad hoc，OK？Or you add it in your annual budget， 每年嘅使費預早揚聲 ，OK？And in here associations bias，OK？Associations bias， 佢哋咧就係有呢啲啦，頭先講到啦，一啲慈善組織啦 ，charity、voluntary association， 即係一啲嘅志願機構。宗教團體啦 ，religious organisation、political parties 一啲嘅政治嘅考慮啦 ，think about G20、G20 峰會嗰啲就係啦。博鰲大會就係呢啲 political parties。The leaders of the countries will join together and talk things through。OK，trade union 一啲嘅商務嘅會議，例如 EU 啦 ，OK 歐盟嘅一啲傾商業嘅會議咧，or maybe World Trade Organisation 世貿組織。好，就呢啲啊，佢講呢個我覺得唔係咁重要。嗱，呢個表我想大家唯一識嘅啦，呢啲好直接咩？本地會議、國家會議、區域會議 ，OK，international 專業嘅會議 is for members only，OK，for NGOs only. This one I want you to learn this term SMERF，OK，that means it's for social, military, educational, religious and federal reasons，OK，中文係社會、軍事、教育、宗教、社會福利相關 ，OK。And for some of the meetings, actually, you can't just walk in. You need to become a member, okay, to join the meetings. Sometimes if you are a member, you don't need to pay for it at all. 有時你入咗會咧，你參加嗰個組織嘅會咧就0蚊，唔使俾錢嘅。However, for some of the meetings, the associate meetings, even you are a member, you still need to pay for the meeting fee. Maybe they will ask you to pay for a package, travel package to have for that meetings. 有時就算你入咗會咧， 你嗰次去參加某一啲專題嘅會議，佢都要你俾錢，或者甚至佢係可能有一啲參加呢次會議嘅套餐，可能包埋你食住啊、交通費咁樣樣。咁所以咧，有時咧 ，they also need you to pay for it，OK？、係啦，就係呢個啦，頭先我講呢個 ，because you may need to travel around。呢個。And please turn over to page 7， 第七版紙。Okay. We have different kinds of meetings, right? Okay. We have convention, okay? As I mentioned before, convention normally is large scale, 通常係大規模啲嘅。And they may have a specific group, well-targeted group to talk things through, okay? Board meetings is the management 即係嗰啲管理層去傾嘢啦，嘅 directors 啦、VP 啦、chairman 啦，we talk about this in the marketing course, okay? Kind reminder, some of you haven't sent me the group list for all 3 courses. 有啲組咧淨係 send 咗一科嘅 group list 俾我啫。我知道可能你同一班同學一組，但係麻煩你 send 齊晒3份嘢嚟 ，OK？Two groups already get it done， 有2組已經 send 妥當晒俾我，有2組未 ，OK？Please email me the group list for all courses in one email。麻煩將嗰3科嘅 group list 喺同一個電郵一次發俾我 ，OK？By this week。好。And this one, committee meetings. Committee 即係委員會 ，OK？You may have some of the committee, for example. Due to COVID-19, we should have a committee to talk about the solutions of these virus. 我哋可能有一個傳染病監控小組嘅委員會，咁咧而家疫症啦，嗰班人咧就成日會聚埋啦 ，OK？Committee meetings. Regional conference 即係區域會議 ，OK？For example, Hong Kong is part of而家係 Hong Kong is part of Greater Bay Areas， 我哋係大灣區其中一個城市啦。My question 答到呢個3分難少少。How many cities do we have in terms of Greater Bay Areas？ 喺大灣區有幾多個城市啊？各位同學，有冇人知啊 ？When I'm trying to share the information with you。係啦，答對啦，11個㗎嚇，係有 OK。嗱，我而家 share 嗰個圖俾大家，大家開手機睇睇，我而家 share 出嚟嚇。It's in Chinese。麻煩大家睇一睇。哎呀，呢個人唔好成日 send 嚟，係啦。咁呢度咧大家開大灣區，我哋有11個城市：惠州、東莞、深圳、香港、廣州、佛山、肇慶、中山、澳門、珠海、江門，就係呢11個城市啦。OK。We may hold some regional conference for Greater Bay Area。OK， 就係呢一個意思啦。另外就係 training meetings 啦 ，normally it may hold it by the HR department or you may join some training from the assigned organisation。可能你揾一個組織，可能佢係呢方面嘅專才去幫你搞一個嘅培訓都會嘅 ，OK。And lastly, educational seminar，OK， 一啲教育嘅研討會 ，OK， 我哋成日都會有嘅。Try to talk about the latest subjects development. Try to identify the positive side and negative side about a specific issues, okay? To generate some of the future research directions. 諗下嚟緊研習嘅方針係點樣樣啊？咁我哋有呢啲嘅教育相關嘅研討會 seminar 叫研討會中文 ，OK？ So for meetings, actually we have this long those types of meetings. Are you feel happy about this page? If you feel happy, please give me high five or give me thumb up or you press the yes button. OK， 如果你 OK 呢一版，我哋繼續去咯。OK， 係啦 ，thank you guys。咁我哋而家去呢個 associations management company 啦。OK， 就頭先我講嗰啲，你俾錢嗰個人去幫你去搞活動嘅。OK。Normally it's not for free. OK，no free lunch。你揾得呢啲公司去搞活動咧，就係要俾錢嘅，通常係要。OK， 咁所以就係呢個係去講一個點啦，係啦。PCO 啦 ，PCO 咧全稱係 professional conference organizer，OK， 打出嚟啊！專業會議策劃師有得讀嘅 ，OK， 有啲專業認證嘅。你如果你想有興趣咧，去 MPI 呢個網 Meeting Professionals International，OK，Meeting Professional International 呢個會咧。佢有啲認證嘅，例如你要喺業界度，for example, you need to work in the industry for maybe 4 or 5 years, okay? And then you need to give them your profile, okay? Your portfolio， 即係你搞咗啲咩會議，你要列出嚟啦 ，okay? They may need to check your education levels or whether you have professional training in this aspect。即係佢評核你可唔可以攞到呢個PCO 嘅 嘅資歷咧，佢會睇下你喺業界做咗幾耐啦，你有冇讀嗰啲相關嘅課程啦，佢會叫你交可能過去幾年你搞嗰啲咩會議嘅一個記錄 portfolio， 咁佢再決定佢可唔可以俾你有呢一個嘅資歷 ，OK？ 好。And in here we talk about the association's delegate characteristics，OK？ 即係嗰啲頭先我講就係嗰啲唔係商業機構嗰啲人參與嘅特徵啦 ，OK？They have their freedom whether they want to go or not because it's not compulsory，OK？ 你唔逼得佢啊，商業會議唔得啦，老闆叫你去，你一定要去啦 ，OK？For the corporate conference you must go because your boss send you there to learn the new knowledge and then you need to share back with your classmate afterwards, OK? You have no choice. But for the association's meetings, you have choice. You can either go or you don't want to go, okay? And once you go, okay, you have no financial support, okay? You need to pay for your own, okay? But for corporate, your companies will sponsor you, okay? Or your companies will give you some subsidies. 即係佢可能會全費即係支付晒你啦，贊助你去啦，或者俾一啲嘅津貼你去嘅 ，OK？And for associate delegates, given that they need to pay for their own, okay, they may stay at motel, hotel, hostel, guest house, okay, Airbnb, okay, because they need to plan for their own budgets, okay, and the numbers is much larger because you may have a global network all around the world, okay. And buying pattern 買嘢嘅情況係點樣？你等等我，呢個係 page 第7版紙。等等啦，我唞啖氣先，同埋飲啖水先。等等。OK。So for the buying pattern， 佢哋買嘢嘅情況係點咧 ？Actually, when you want to hold a meeting, you need to do the studies. OK. For example, where would you like to hold it? The purpose of the company, your objectives. And then for large scale of conference 大型會議頭先我講到啦 ，OK？ You need to bid for it， 你要去競投嘅 ，OK？I want to play you a video, okay? That is a video that Hong Kong tried to beat one of the leading conference, okay? We call Wonka World Conference， 即係香港都嘗試過去競投呢個活動嘅，睇下佢做啲咩。你等我播片先嚇。等等我去邊度？等等啊，撈緊。咦？點解冇咗啊？等啊！唔緊要咯，佢可能鏟咗。唔緊要，我講都得。Actually, it's not that tricky. For bidding, it's like you are running Olympic, okay? And the organizer 即係嗰個主要嘅策劃呢個會嘅嗰個組織咧 ，they will check whether you are capable to hold a conference, okay? I want you to use whiteboard。我想大家嘅用白板功能啊，麻煩大家開一開你嗰個 text 啦。我而家有一個問題，新問題啦。等我開先。嗱，我嘅問題就係中文先講先。你要去競投去搞一個會議，究竟嗰個評審者要根據你啲咩嘅元素去決定你搞唔搞得個大型會議咧 ？OK？What do they need to evaluate during the bidding process? OK？Let's say Hong Kong, I want to hold a world-class conference. What do they check? OK？And see whether you are capable or not to hold a world-class conference. 明唔明我嘅意思先？唔明就嗱，你可以打下 world-class conference。明就好似平時咁啦。You use text， 用 text 啊 ，don't use the pen 啊。Use text and then you type out your key points and then you put down your full name. OK？I give you 2 minutes， 2-3分鐘啦，去做一做呢個。當你去投標嘅時候，你覺得嗰個會議策或者會評核你嘅咩因素咧？麻煩你喺 text box 度打出嚟。 係啦。Crystal Cry 講嚟係啦，政治穩定啦，經濟穩定啦，社會發展啦，呢個係非常好嘅，係啦。仲有冇其他？大家可以打一下 ，OK？ Rita 就講個時間就係、嗱，你呢個可圈可點喎 ？Rita 可唔可以解釋多少少你時間嘅意思 ？OK？ 你近㗎啦個點，但係我想你講得 specific 少少。個 budget 嗱 budget 就唔你入標嘅時候有時佢會叫你加埋嘅 ，but for some cases 咧。They will give you the money to hold the meeting。有啲佢會出埋錢俾你去搞嘅，有時就會叫你去俾你嗰個預算案啦。For most cases, maybe the lowest price you can hold the meeting, you may have an advantage。好多時候就係價低者得嘅，雖然呢個唔係咁好嘅現象。咁有時呢個都會係考慮嘅評核嘅基準。Occupation Michelle， 你可唔可以？你 occupation 嘅意思係點樣咧？即係你講嗰個地方嗰啲人嘅職業或定係點樣啊？ Rita time 嗰度你係指咩意思啊？你可唔可以講多少少？Casey Chan 就係啦，你個 strength 嗱呢個答晒㗎咯喎。呢個我都俾分你，但係 Casey Chan 可唔可以俾啲例子？你有啲咩 strength 先可以確保你可以舉辦到大型會議？你覺得嗰個地方要有啲咩強項先可以舉辦到大型會議？呢個係我追加嘅問題。OK？What kind of strength do you need to have in order to hold a world-class meeting？ 嗱 Casey Chan 我呢個俾分你，呢個答得好啊。其實係從佢嘅強項去諗啊嚇，係啦。係啦，repetition yes Jocelyn， 你搞會議嗰個嘅口碑好冇啦，呢個都係啦，嗰個你嗰個嘅experience 啦 ，OK， 係啦 ，Matthew 係啦 ，safety 係啦，啲場館嘅質素啦係啦，個 safety 個 traffic 同埋 venue 係啦 ，Matthew 呢個俾分先係啦，跟住就Casey Tender 個 social atmosphere， 等我先，我計緊時㗎嚇。仲有51秒 ，Anna 個 quality 啦 ，quality 係即係你嗰個 quality 係指咩 quality 啊 ？requirement 係要求啊，呢個比較 abstract 少少，我唔係幾明你嘅意思，係啦。Angel program attitude 你係指咩意思啊？可唔可以解釋多少少 ？program attitude 你係指你嗰個策劃嗰個會議嗰個嘅內容啊，定係點樣啊 ？program attitude 我唔係幾明你意思啊，係啦。Kenny 睇下先，我知係 Kenny 呢個先。Influence participant 你係指係咩意思？影響咩方面嘅影響啊？參與者佢到時搞就會啲人會嚟㗎啦，所以呢個就係未必係咁直接關聯到佢。諗下嗰個地方要有啲咩嘢你先可以開到大型活動 ，OK？What do you need to have in order to hold a world-class conference？ 話俾多1分鐘大家嚇，你可以補充一下。要有啲咩嘢你先可以舉辦到呢個國際級嘅大型會議啊 ？What do you need to pay attention to？ OK？The scale of your company 呢個都係啦，即係佢會睇下Connie 呢個你公司掂唔掂先 ？OK？ 有冇規模？會唔會搞下執笠啦 ？OK？Whether you have the resources to do it 係啦 ，bigger venues 係啦，你個 experience 啦係啦，即係你呢間策劃商或者個地方究竟有冇相關嘅經驗去做呢件事啦，係啦。Michelle， 嗱唔好跌咗同學仔啊！唔知點解我移唔到你哋嗰啲 box 啊！我之前移到，而家移唔到。咁你移一移翻你嗰個格啦，咪知個同學嗰啲睇唔到啦。Brian 你嗰個係啦 ，convenience very good 係啦，嗰個嘅容唔容易去咧？交通方唔方便啦 ？OK， accessibility 個可達度嚇。等我俾一分 Brian 先。跟住就睇睇先 ，Angel 呢度係啦，個 content yes， 你策劃嗰個會議計劃得精唔精細咧，啱唔啱佢個 needs 啦 ？OK，when you try to plan for the meetings, the program whether it fit with their needs，OK， 呢個佢都會考慮嘅，佢會有時叫你編埋嗰3日，如果你搞嘅，究竟你會點做？咁呢個佢都係會去考量嘅 ，OK， 係啦，睇先，係啦 ，I'm not sure。係啦，方唔方便啦？個 experience 個 quality 係啦，即係做出嚟嘅質素好唔好？係啦，咁所以就會考慮呢啲嘢嘅。你見到佢嚇 ？When you try to plan for a conference， 你等我先 save 先，我 save 咗啦。咁我出翻去，等我 share 翻個 screen 先。OK， 係啦。So actually, they need to check whether you have the needed infrastructure. OK。Last week, I asked you to type out the infrastructure for holding meetings. For example, airport. the high-speed rail link、airport express 機場啦，有冇高速公路啦，有冇機鐵啦、高鐵啦 ，OK 一啲道路嘅配套方唔方便啦。And nobody mentions this point. I think quite interesting. Actually, they also care about the English levels of that place, whether people can easily speak this international language among the public. 即係個英語水平會唔會都 OK 啦？咁佢都會睇下嘅 ，OK？ 呢度啦，即係頭先講道路啊，成各樣嘢 airport 啦 ，OK？And some of the vendors and contractor， 你嗰度有冇相關服務嘅供應商咧 ？OK？Whether the scales of the company， 你個公司有冇規模咧？個 listed service，the service that you're providing whether it's good enough or not，OK？Whether you have some hotels， 冇人講呢點喎 ，OK？ 有冇啲國際酒店大集團品牌咧？係喺嗰度 ，especially when you need to cater with more than 2,000、3,000。我哋講得呢啲嘅 world class 會議，好多時候都係1000人上㗎啦 ，OK？ 咁你有冇適當嘅住宿嘅供應俾嗰啲人咧 ？OK？And the venues，OK？So those are the things that we need to consider when you try to bid for it。你去競投人爭，你又爭，點解我要俾你香港搞先？佢會分析你呢啲方面嘅配套嘅。Is it okay about this bit? If it's okay, please give me high five or give me thumb up, okay? So I know that you are with me. Okay, thank you. 係啦，嗱呢餐呢度咧就係我講到啦 ，very rush. Okay, normally for the corporate meetings. Okay， 即係嗰啲商業會議係好趕急嘅，嗱聲嘭聲搞完就要去㗎啦。Okay，but for association is the other way round. Okay，and sometimes we have rotation. Rotation 即係佢會轉個場地。Okay，they may change the venues or they may change 係啦，即係。我哋有兩種做法嘅 ，OK？You may stick with the same menu， 或者 road show 我哋叫做留喺chat box 度打出嚟。That means every year when I hold that meeting, I just go to the same venues again because I'm familiar with that place. I can reduce my risk. I don't need to do everything start from scratch run. However, for some of the meetings, they may change their place of origin.For example, like a G20 峰會 maybe sometimes they will hold it in Paris, sometimes they will hold it in London, okay? Sometimes they will hold it in the US, okay? 我哋會有時係咁樣去變嘅 ，okay？ 每一次搞可能轉一轉個場，或者我每次搞都係喺嗰一個場。好。And for partner program, I also talk about this, okay? Actually, for associate meetings, you may be able to invite your kids or your loved one, that means your husband or wives to go with you. And you can apply at the B leisure mode. B leisure 我上堂講咗啦，陣間我會有一個討論嘅喺 tutorial 嘅時候 ，I will use breakout rooms in our tutorial because last week I haven't do the discussion because you guys need to rush for another class, OK？ 咁所以就我上堂冇講到，陣間講翻 ，OK？ 咁呢個係要知啦。And when you hold a meeting, actually, it's like when you are trying to hold an event, you need to have 3 stages: pre, during, and post. OK， 即係都係前中後期咁樣去策劃相關嘅會議啦。好 ，Vanessa 先我講咗，我飛一飛啦。OK， 嗱呢個睇一睇 ，Please turn over to page 11第11版紙。等等我，飲多啖水先。For page 11, actually, this is a leading associations within our industry. We call leading ICCA. 上堂我講過啦，呢個係搞會議方面嘅一個主要國際組織，we call ICCA。咁 when you try to bid for a conference， 即係當你去競投一個世界級會議嘅時候咧 ，normally， 等等，唔好意思 ，normally they care about the following items. You guys already gave me some good answers. 我讚一讚大家先。頭先我個討論就係完全係根據呢個㗎啦。你等我俾個 like 先嚇 ，OK？ 係啦 ，values of money，OK？Whether your package，OK？ Your proposal， giving them a good deal。究竟你嗰個套餐入嗰個嘅計劃書係咪物超所值咧 ？OK？Value for money。Whether you can easily get to that place。Or whether you can easily travel from different districts within that place。嗱，兩方面嘅講可達到，一方面就係究竟容唔容易去嗰個地方啦，例如香港咁，究竟容唔容易嚟香港咧？當然容易啦。One one of the competitive advantage of Hong Kong is that actually within 5 hours we can reach the largest populations in the world。我哋5小時飛行圈咧，就已經係到達晒全球最多人口嘅地方。呢個係香港地域上嘅優勢。OK， accessibility。Besides that, we care about the accessibility, whether you can travel easily among districts. For example, let's say, because due to so many, because due to large group size, you can't hold your world-class meeting simply at HKCEC. I need to hold my meeting parallelly in HeatTech and AWE。中文講一次，因為你會議嗰個規模好大啊，會展裝唔晒，我同步或者我可能要book 香港主要幾個嘅會議展覽中心。Whether you can easily travel between those districts, okay? In Hong Kong, actually within 1 hour, you can travel to any places in Hong Kong, okay? 咁呢個都係香港嘅優勢嚟嘅 ，okay? Whether that place can cater the numbers of your meeting groups， 究竟個地方大唔大咧？ Or the image of that place, whether it's safe or not, whether it's positive or not, whether it's clean or not。嗱，頭先冇人講乾唔乾淨啊，衞生條件有時我哋都會考慮噶 ，OK？ 係啦。Whether you have your professional staff or whether you have relevant experience in advance, okay? The layout of the venues, okay? The quality of the service, okay? You can, you have good network。你有冇即係你同業界嗰個嘅聯繫係咪緊密咧？因為如果你同業界嘅聯繫緊密咧 ，you can tailor a more effective program at the end, okay? And it can save up your effort, okay? And whether you have paid attention to the local culture 嗱，呢個點我覺得大家要打粒星，因為我之前讀過MPI 嗰啲 course 咧，佢不斷提即係嗰個頭先我講咗 MPI 係另外一個會議業嘅組織啦，除咗 ICCA， 你一定記住 MPI 同 ICCA。咁咧，我哋唔可以忽略一啲本地嘅文化嘅。For example, let's say I want to hold a world-class meetings in Malaysia。嗱，呢度答到3分，呢條難少少。In terms of culture。What do I need to pay attention to？ 我喺馬來西亞，我要舉辦一個大型會議。We have the locals and we have overseas people. What do I need to plan in advance？ 呢條就我問題啦。我喺馬來西亞要搞一個會議，根據文化嘅差異，我有一個點我一定係要喺我 planning 嘅時候要去做嘅。邊一個點咧？文化嚇 ，local flavour。That is my questions. Okay. Any thoughts？ 19、8、7、6、5、4、3、2、1、0，夠鐘 ，OK？ Correct or correct 係啦 ，Angel got it. The religions, okay? Because in Malaysia they have got many Muslim, okay? 好多嘅信回教徒㗎嚇，馬來西亞 ，OK？ 咁等等我。And they eat halal food, and then they need to have the playtime. Playtime. 佢要去跪拜啦，佢亦都要食halal food啦，即係嗰啲捉咗經嗰啲嘅食物 ，OK？ 咁咧 ，for some of the hotels, Island Shangri-La, OK? Because before I went to this hotel with event management students, they also pay attention to the Muslim in their hotel room. They have got a compass, OK？ 佢喺酒店房咧有個指南針嘅 ，OK？ 因為佢定時唔知每日我都唔係幾知係咩時間，總之佢每日要拜幾次啦，佢要揾到個方向係最近聖城麥加嘅 ，OK？So they have the compass, OK, in each room, and then they also have the carpet, OK, for the guests, OK, to do their play, OK？ 即係佢除咗俾指南針你之外，因為佢係要五體投地去拜嘅。佢俾埋嗰個嘅地氈你添 ，OK？ 咁所以咧，如果你喺嗰啲地方 ，especially for the countries with high numbers of Muslim，OK？ You need to think about this, OK? That's the meaning of strong local flavor, cultural differences, OK? And go green, OK? Later we will spend some time to talk about go green. 有一兩個禮拜我會花好多時間去講 go green， 所以我就呢度唔多講啦 ，OK？ And as I mentioned before, when you bid for your conference， 你要去競呢一個嘅會議嘅時候咧 ，you need to write a proposal, or they will ask you to hand in some documents or forms。好多文書嘢要交去嘅，例如你嘅計劃書啦，佢要叫你填啲表啦，或者你要根據佢嘅要求去寫一啲嘅文件。And normally for the document, you need to include the following informations, okay? For example, the documents 係啦，welcome remarks 啦。Besides that, you need to think about give them the basic facts 頭先我哋講咗一啲關於你今次個活動嘅基本資訊啦，例如住邊啊、場地、the venues、the destination、the accommodations、the culture、or the weather。嗱頭先同學都冇講到呢點喎，有時個天氣咧都會影響我哋揀唔揀個地方嘅。Hong Kong actually, the weather is quite stable, okay? Although we have typhoon, but it's not that frequent, okay? And we don't have earthquake or tsunami or volcano eruption。香港其實呢方面咧搞大型會議係有優勢嘅。因為我哋係冇乜天災啦，我哋冇地震、冇海嘯、冇火山爆發啦，係啦。咁個天氣有時候會叫你加埋落去嘅。我哋會 also ask you to put down the currency exchange 嗰個嘅匯率 ，OK， especially for international conference because it can affect your exchange because it can affect your spending rate, OK. So you also need to put down those informations for the considerations. And the pre and post, okay, the working timeline, okay, or you may need to do some survey afterwards, okay. 可能你要問卷收集翻與會者嘅意見 or you may need to hold a focus group, okay. So in that sense, you need to tell them what will you do next, okay, what's next, okay. Nobody mentioned this point as well during the previous discussion. For meeting, we care about the IT support. That should be one of the major evaluation factors. Whether you have good free Wi-Fi coverage within your destination, OK？ 究竟你嗰個地方有冇 free Wi-Fi 嘅覆蓋率咧 ？OK？ 呢個佢都會去考慮嘅。And whether you can be easily get there. For some places, you need to apply a visa. OK？ It can reduce the attractiveness of that destination. 如果去嗰啲地方開會咧，大部分嘅護照持有者都係要申請簽證咧，咁咧我哋就會諗啦 ，because it's all about time and money, right? You don't want to make people feel trouble, okay? Whether it's safe or not, okay, or medical, okay? 我哋都會考量嗰個醫療配套嘅 ，just in case something goes wrong, okay? For example, for the world-class conference, it can easily attract tourists. 通常喺大型會議咧，好容易咧俾嗰啲tourist 中文叫咩？恐襲嗰啲人咧去搞事嘅。究竟你嗰度有冇適切嘅保安嘅機制同埋支援咧？咁呢個佢都係會去諗嘅 ，OK？ 咁呢度佢就會講叫你列出晒嗰啲嘅基本嗰個資訊啦 ，OK？ 係啦，就呢啲啦。頭先我講過呢個 venues 啊 ，the program 啊 ，go green elements 嗱，而家佢呢一個點咧佔好大比重㗎。They may ask you whether you have any go green elements，OK？or CSR，OK？ 係啦 ，you need to send to them 就係呢啲啦。頭先我講到啦，即係嗰個嘅天氣啦、個時區啦、個 currency 啦 ，OK？Electricity 呢個係電力 ，OK？ 即係你知佢唔同，你去過旅行都知啦，即係因為呢個會影響你嘅 travelling 嘅 ，OK？ 公眾假期啦 ，every places have different holidays and it can affect whether you can get the bid。例如咁啱，如果去過嗰個會議撞正嘅日子係你國家嘅公眾假期，咁你唔使 bid 啦，因為你公眾假期都唔會開到會噶啦，做到噶啦 ，OK？ 咁所以呢啲都會影響嘅。好，碌落嚟。And now we're on page 13啦，俾多少少時間，我想講埋呢課書先啦嚇 ，OK？For page 13 actually， public sectors 頭先就講到啦，政府機構開會有啲得意嘅喎 ，OK？ 嗱，我想大家諗一下 ，When the government try to hold a meeting, what can be the features？ 嗱，頭先我之前今堂叫大家諗過上市公司啦、家族生意，今次係政府開會。政府開會，你覺得佢開會嘅時候有啲咩嘅特徵咧？請喺 check box 嗰度打出嚟 ，OK？For the government meeting, actually, what kind of characteristics can you highlight? OK? Please type it out through check box. 係啦 you need to follow the norms. OK? 係啦，通常有 chairman 有個人去主持大局㗎啦，係啦，即係有既定嘅流程，係個 security 好緊要啦，係啦 ，OK？Any other point you want to add? 差唔多啦，基本上 ，OK? Actually, given that the government, their major purpose is not for making, their major operations profit is not related to making profit. So actually, in general, the features is quite similar to associate conference. 中文講一次，因為政府嘅營運嘅宗旨咧唔係賺錢，唔係好似商業機構咁，所以咧大朗上咧同我頭先講嘅要點咧係類近㗎啦 ，OK？ 同嗰啲非商業嘅機構 但係咧，佢哋同學都講到啦 ，for holding this kind of government meeting，OK，normally you can't make any changes，you just follow the rules，OK，or follow the instructions，冇乜 say 嘅，佢話咁做就咁做啦 ，OK。And normally they need to have a chairman to lead the meeting， 有個主席啦 ，OK。And they care about the security, okay? Because they are worried somebody may throw them tomatoes or eggs, okay? 可能斷線㗎，可能有啲人搗亂咧，掟蕉掟成，咁佢即係呢個保安上嘅安排咧，佢都係會考量嘅。And normally they have limited budget because the government money is come from the taxpayer, okay? 政府使每一蚊咧，其實咧都係市民納稅人去俾佢嘅錢，我都俾緊錢個政府嘅，咁咧一定佢唔可以大花筒亂使錢。So maybe this may not be the reality, okay?But ideally, they should spend every dollar with care. 好嚇，咁頭先有同我講到啦，即係佢哋都會去即係有保安方面嘅考慮啦。OK，and sometimes we may have a security team or security committee to deal with these issues。有時佢可能有個保安委員小組，或者佢有個保安小隊，咁去負責呢方面嘅嘢嘅。OK， 好，跟住呢度啦，第13版紙我睇到 OK。Entrepreneurial buyers or commercial conference organizer， 頭先呢個就係嗰啲負責搞 meetings 嗰啲 organizer， 即係提供會議服務嘅公司，究竟佢哋嘅點咧？佢哋係點咧 ？Normally they need to sell their service towards their clients. So normally you need to draft for those companies, they will draft a proposal, okay? And they will include the budget as well for your considerations. 通常咧佢會咧如果佢想溜客咧，佢會俾嗰個嘅預算同埋嗰個會議嗰個嘅安排嘅資料俾嗰個人嘅，係啦。And the reasons why we may hire this company because it's a quick solutions, okay? You can reduce your risk, okay? You don't need to spread extra resources to plan for a meeting. 點解我哋外判咧？乾手淨腳快夾頭，自己唔使煩啊 ，OK？ 人哋有晒網絡，可能做嘅時候仲平過你自己搞添 ，OK？ 係啦。咁呢啲重複我唔多講啦。嗱 ，Vanny 所講咗啦 ，OK？For Vanny actually， for most of the meetings, we may go for city centre hotel, OK? So that's why I asked you to tell me some of the places with high numbers of hotel. Normally, those places are the city centre. We call CBD. 通常係商貿區啦。CBD in geography means Central Business District. Okay, so you can travel there easily. Okay, it's a convenience spot. Okay, besides that, you may care about the infrastructure as well. For example, the transport link, okay, and airport. However, sometimes we may go for rural or country house hotel. 有時我哋會去鄉郊嘅地方去做我哋嘅場館。My questions: why we may go for these options? Why sometimes we may pick the rural or country house hotel? Why? They are going there for meetings. Why we go for these options? 點解有啲咩原因促使佢會揀呢個方案咧 ？Yes, cheaper. Yes. Any other thoughts？ 除咗平啲之外，仲有啲好處嘅喎。係啦 ，unique 係啦，比較特別嘅一個嘅配置咧，仲有冇其他？係啦，個景靚咧，仲有冇其他？仲有冇其他？嗱 ，for rural it's not easy to go 啊 ，definitely。通常佢揀得鄉嗰啲係唔容易去㗎。Normally you need to book a coach， 通常要包埋車㗎啦 ，OK？ 係啦 ，you can have a short journey 係啦 ，new experience，yes，OK？short trip 啦 ，OK？new experience 呢個我同而家新嘅睇 more relaxing，yes，OK？呢個係嘅，即係比較輕鬆啲嘅氛圍啦喺鄉郊唔係市中心咁樣嘭嘭聲嗰啲嘢咁樣，係啦，係啦 ，unforgettable experience 係啦一個難忘嘅體驗俾佢。同埋咧 normally for the hotels which are located in rural or country house is larger，OK？ 通常係會 larger space，OK？ 呢個都係佢揀呢個 options 嘅原因 ，OK？ 係啦，咁所以就係咁啦。咁頭先呢啲講咗啦，揀啲大嘅酒店集團啦 ，OK？For example, I want you to understand these two groups you can pair around, OK? Two major hotel group in the world 嗱，四大酒店集團有呢四大，你可以落咗堂去啲 link 度睇下，因為我課堂嘅時間比較短，我就唔逐一 click 啦 ，OK？For 最大嘅全球最大嘅酒店集團而家 Marriott 萬豪酒店集團 ，OK？Under Marriott actually they have got different brands， 有唔同嘅品牌嘅，佢喺萬豪集團例如 ，OK？Sky City Marriott，OK？ JW Marriott，OK，Marriott Courtyard，OK，佢有一系列嘅品牌嘅。第二大係 IHG，OK，IHG stand for， 唔好意思，俾多少少時間，我想講埋呢課書，我哋先去 tutorial 啊，OK。IHG stand for International Hospitality Group，OK，洲際酒店集團 ，OK。For example Holiday Inn，OK，Region，OK， 即係呢啲有一大系列嘅品牌，你都可以去揀嘅 ，OK。Hyatt，OK，海悅酒店集團 ，OK，we have Hyatt 係啦 ，Sheraton，yes，Sheraton 係唔好意思 ，Sheraton 係喺 Marriott 裏面嚇而家，因為佢買起咗另外一個酒店集團叫做 Starwood，OK，W Hotel Sheraton before it's owned by Starwood。But now Marriott acquired Starwood, so now it's under Marriott 係啦 ，Grand Hyatt 係啦，喺香港有 Grand Hyatt 咧，我哋 we have Hyatt Regency，OK，we have 2 Hyatt Regency in Hong Kong, one in Tsim Sha Tsui, one in one is close to CUHK. That's the teaching hotel for Chinese youth，OK，有呢啲嘅品牌啦 ，OK。Lastly, Accor，OK，Accor Groups 例如發生話 Novotel、Sofitel 嗰啲就係佢嘅品牌啦 ，OK。This is a popular brands for business travelers，OK。This group have lots of business hotel。呢一個集團咧，佢勁嘅咧就係佢做好多商務酒店嘅，佢好多酒店咧都係價錢合宜，亦都喺市中心 ，OK。咁你有興趣知多啲咧，你就去呢幾個網度睇睇嚇。4大酒店集團 Marriott、IHG、Hyatt、Accor，OK。呢個係歐洲嘅 ，OK。呢兩個咧美國嘅 Marriott and Hyatt，and IHG is UK，OK。咁我分嚟先，等我就快講完呢課書啦，忍我一下，唔好意思 overrun 咗少少。咁呢度咧頭先就講啦 ，venues actually we have covered，OK。You can go for all those，OK，convention center, the university, other special venues like you can book a castle，OK，可以，我今次要包個，我喺個堡壘度開會得唔得先？食埋飯得㗎 ，OK， 係啦 ，unusual venues or multi-purpose venues，OK， 呢啲頭先大家講咗啦，我唔多講啦嚇。唯一要補充嘅咧，頭先冇講嘅就係 lighthouse，OK。Sometimes we may hold a meeting in a bar，OK。Maybe for the bartender associations， 我係呢個嘅調酒師協會，我要開一個會，我 book 個酒吧去開會係冇問題㗎嚇 ，OK 係啦。我 sometimes the ferry pier or the courthouse， 有時我哋可能 book 個谷倉，或者我 book 一個嘅碼頭去開會咁都可以嘅 ，OK 係啦。For destination guys， OK，you learn about this before for the other courses。You need to check the following items，OK。我飲啖水先啊。You need to check the following items whether you have good support. Okay, for example, the Wi-Fi, the telecom, the transport. Whether you have translator 有冇翻譯嘅服務，實時嘅傳譯我哋叫 real-time translation. OK， 係啦。The catering，OK，floral 有時會有鮮花啦，咁你睇下有冇呢方面嘅支援啦。OK， 係啦，呢個講咗啦 IT。And this one, I also shared these terms with you a little bit earlier. PCO 一個專業策劃會議嘅人。It's like a wedding planner, but they are not planning wedding. They are planning conference, but they do the same stuff, okay? For example, they need to do the studies of the venues, they plan for the programs, they need to book things through, they need to set for the budget, okay? And we always care about, and 睇先，係啦，就係咁呢個。And normally, sometimes we may have some official. 我打先啊。嗱，我哋有啲即係官方嘅即係住宿嘅伙伴嘅，有時咧we will invite our delegates to stay at those hotels. Given that those hotels help us out, sometimes they can get commissions. 如果啲酒店會俾翻嗰個嘅轉介費我哋嘅，因為我哋彈咗啲客俾佢啊嘛，係啦。And this is also apply for airline. 有時我哋會有一個協辦嘅航空公司啦。咁佢幫我哋即係去支援呢個嘅航空嘅服務咧，咁咧我即係咧佢就會俾翻中介費我哋啦 ，OK 係啦。And as I mentioned before，OK， normally they will check they will have a portfolio， 即係通常你要得到呢個專業資歷咧，佢會即係將嗰啲將你搞個活動嘅資訊咧整合嘅，會有個叫 portfolio 嘅嘢。 咁裡面就會寫晒呢啲嘅項目啦。OK， 係啦。And normally when you try to search for a venues, okay, you need to go for 3 options. Okay, 2 is not good enough. Okay， 一個唔得嘅，第二個就可能第二個都唔得嘅。咁穩陣啲，通常咧我哋貨比三家 ，short list of 3 potential venues. That's the meaning of this aspect. Okay, don't just simply rely on one venues. When something goes wrong, okay, you will get into a chaotic situations. Okay， 係啦。呢個頭先講咗啦 ，conference production company. That means normally those are the people who give you technical support. 通常係技術支援主導嘅 ，OK，not the planning， OK。And sometimes we call them as production house， OK。一個 production house 係呢類公司啦，例如台燈聲啊，呢啲嘅AV 嘅配套啊 ，OK。For the lighting, sound, AV support, we go for this company, OK。And nowadays it's getting more and more popular to use virtual conference 視像會議啦 ，OK。And when you hold a conference, we always need to pay attention to the 5 senses 五感營銷 ，OK。So I will stop here, guys. Okay. Next week, I will in the tutorial I will talk about this. But tutorial 我會講埋呢一 part incentive. Okay. 所以咧，你呢版紙留住先。咁麻煩大家咧，麻煩大家去 T2 嗰條 link。咁我而家刪一刪機，咁我哋直接去 tutorial 嗰度嚇。OK。麻煩大家先去咗先。OK。係 ，hello guys， 係啦，麻煩咧點咗名先嚇，等等我。係啦，你 say 咗 hi， 我點咗名先，等等我嚇。Chat box， 等我喘息一下啦。一陣間我一開始我就討論㗎啦嚇，你上線先唔該。等我睇睇下。Lewis。defer withdraw 咗嘅同學，係咪冇人見過 Hasha？ 我想問，冇我就由佢啦，唔理佢啦。嗱，我未錄影嘅，因為我而家點緊名啊，個同學。跟住Ricky Jade， 跟住 Crystal Coy， 跟住 Casey Chan， 跟住 Kenny， 跟住 Janet， 跟住 Rita， 跟住 Casey Tank， 跟住 Connie， 跟住 Rachel， 跟住Fiona， 跟住 Janet， 跟住 Lisa， 跟住 Emily， 跟住 Brian， 跟住 Sarah， 跟住 Michelle， 跟住班代表，跟住 Griffin， 係啦，跟住得啦 ，OK。好，大家好快手啊嚇，非常快 ，Casey Chan 見到得 ，OK。跟住 Jocelyn 喺唔喺度？ 唔見咗 Jocelyn 喎 ，LFUNG， 我唔見到。啊 Jocelyn 係剔咗啦，係剔咗啦啊，跟住就剔翻先。翻齊啦，非常好啊，各位同學。好，嗱我嚟啦，我而家要做一個討論嚇，我 share 個 screen 俾大家先。唔好，我講咗嘢先。嗱，而家 I will use one functions called breakout rooms，OK？、我開個 Word 文件，我要 share screen 講我先，將大家擺喺房等等我啊，我 share screen 先。你等我打。嗱，呢個就大家間我分咗小組討論嘅題目 ，OK？Later you need to discuss about the differences between leisure travellers and business travellers. That is the topic for today，OK？、你等我 share 先，因為一陣間我要 upload 翻喺Moodle 俾大家，即係我哋課堂嗰啲嘅記錄。頭先啲白板啊各樣嘢，我會開個 folder 嘅 ，OK？ 咁所以我先傳咗檔先，你等我。唔好意思啊。等啊，咦？得啦。等我整埋少少嘢先，一陣間討論咧，我要大家我會將大家啲重點歸納嘅 ，OK？ 我整一個表先嚇 ，OK？ 咁你諗一下啦，咪一陣間我要你討論嘅嚇，就係呢條題目啦。商業嘅旅客，唉，唔好意思，我未開未 record。等啊，我錄影先啊。Welcome guys, welcome to MICE Management Tutorial 2, okay? As I mentioned before, to start this tutorial, I will assign you guys into breakout rooms, okay? And then each group need to discuss some of the following attributes, okay? I want you to think about the differences between leisure and business travelers, okay? Although we have one trend that I talk about is be leisure, right? Okay, group. 我打埋咗先。咁我想大家分咗間討論啊，你等我寫一寫先。等我要打埋呢度先啊，因為我想大家間有效率啲。唔好意思。咁你諗一下啦，咪一陣間大家都要討論呢啲點㗎啦，上打緊時候。點名㗎，我再我未 share 唔好意思啊。嗱，大家睇到而家 share 個 screen 啊，就係嗰個 Word 檔嚇。一陣間大家分組要睇一睇嘅，就係我會分組 ，I will invite you guys to I will assign you guys into different breakout rooms, and then you need to discuss the. Thanks for letting me know. You need to discuss the differences among those items. 你等我睇下有冇遺留先。Group size. Need the service staying time. 跟住就係、等我諗下睇下有冇遺漏啊嚇。Travel purpose staying time booking hotel locations 啊。 等我，哎呀，你睇一睇住先，因為我想大家間諗一下㗎嚇，其實就係呢啲嘅嘢嚇。係啦，齊啦 ，OK。好。So here I have 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 9 things. Okay, I want you to talk about the differences between business travelers and leisure travelers. Okay， 啲人係去 leisure trip 同埋 business trip 有啲咩嘅分別 ？According to the group size，OK，即係究竟係究竟幾多人去啦？每一次 OK 個 gender 啦 OK 個性別方面啦 OK 個 travel purpose。spending power 嗰個消費 spending power 消費嘅能力啦 OK staying time 即係嗰個嘅留喺嗰個地方幾長短啦 OK booking notification period that means how early do they normally book for their trip OK hotel locations what kind of hotel do they prefer need the service during their stay 喺嗰個酒店啊，我講緊 hotel 啊嚇，呢個 hotel。When you plan for a trip for them， 當你要去整一個嘅旅程俾呢兩班人，有啲咩嘅差異？我想大家係知一下 ，OK？ 係啦，個有啲咩服務係佢哋需要嘅咧 ？Business travellers，OK？or leisure travelers。Seasonality 佢哋嘅旺淡季啦 ，OK，and lastly spending pattern 佢使錢嘅模式係點嘅 ，OK 係啦。咁咧嗱，我而家做一樣嘢，你等我開翻先。嗱，我一 share 個 screen 俾大家係咪？我而家會將大家分配喺 breakout rooms，OK？你哋20幾個人咧，我會係開6、4、4、5組啊，分5組係啦。咁咧4至5個同學一組。Once you can still listen to my voice once you get into the room. Breakout room is being you get into a room and discuss things through. It's like what we did in the class. 好似平時上堂咁，我將你分咗唔同嘅小組喺唔同嘅房去傾偈。I can get in, I can join your room, okay, and listen to your voice, okay. In order to speed up this discussion, okay, once I assign you into a team, please join. 你要 click 個 join button 啦，或者佢電腦會撈緊㗎啦。入咗嗰個小組，麻煩你即刻開咪 ，OK。You can speak Cantonese, okay? I'm all right for that, okay? But after the discussion, please report the key points in English, okay? 係啦，我想你英文每一組揾同學匯報翻 ，okay? For those who report back, okay, I can give them 3 marks for participation. 願意去幫你個組去講嘢嘅，我有3分嘅參與分 ，OK？ 俾翻你 ，OK？ 咁咧，我而家先將大家分組嚇。咁咧會有 group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5嘅 breakout rooms 1, breakout rooms 2, 3, 4, 5，OK？And each group I want you to talk about 2 to 3。每一組我會分2至3點俾你啦，咁你就去討論啦。嗱，咁我而家將大家放入個房間先，咁你會見到你同組有啲咩同學噶啦。麻煩開咪開始住你個討論先啦嚇，咁我撳掣啦 ，OK？ 好，嗱 ，as you can see, I already put you guys into the breakout rooms. Group 1, OK？Group 1, we have these students, OK？I want you to talk about point number 1, 2, 3, okay? Group size, gender, and travel purpose. 你等我睇睇先。係啦，唔該大家睇咗個錄影，係啦，我錄咗影啦。你等我睇睇先啊，應該錄咗啦，而家係啦，而家錄咗啦，唔該晒，係啦。Matthew，hello， 係啦。咁咧第一組嘅同學，我講翻呢度先，我睇大家聽唔聽到我講嘢先。應該大家聽到我講嘢嘅。係啦，大家都聽到我講嘢嘅。第一組麻煩係開咪傾 group size、gender 同 travel purpose，OK？ 唔好
意思啊 ，Vivian。
係。
Rita， 我冇去到breakout room 喎。
你冇去到？睇先。 咁奇怪，因為我將大家全部，
我都未分啊，我哋好多個都未分到組。
哦，因為我未撳 open all rooms 啊。你睇住我個 screen 先，你睇住我個 screen，我想講嘅你同咩人一齊先 ，OK？I haven't pressed the open all rooms，sorry about that，係啦。第二組就呢紮同學啦 ，you can see your team members. Once I press the button, you will be entering the room, okay? Please write down the things that you need to talk about for those students, group 2, okay? Spending power, staying time, booking notifications time, okay? 呢一組 group 2就呢3個 ，OK？ 係啦。Group 3, if you see your name in group 3, okay? Group 3, you are here. Please try to talk about hotel locations, needed service, and seasonality, okay? Group 4, I want you to talk about needed service, seasonality, and spending pattern. Group 4, those students. 你見到你個名喺呢度咧，你一陣間就係討論呢3個啦 ，OK？Group 5嘅同學係點樣？
我想問下，我哋點樣知我哋係 group 幾啊？因為我收唔到嘢話俾我知係。
我而家 share 咗個 screen 俾你，你睇唔睇到我個 screen？ 睇
到。
係啦，你睇 group list 啊，我特登 share 個 screen 俾大家，就係你喺 breakout room 4，你就係 group 4啦。你喺 breakout room 5。
唔係，我哋淨係睇到你嗰個 Word 檔啫喎，睇唔到我哋係 group 幾。
咁樣啊？哦，咁啊嗱咁樣，我將大家編咗去房先，跟住我再開麥講啊，唔好意思，因為我唔知我 share screen 大家係睇唔到呢一個格㗎。嗱 ，I will press the button, you will enter the room now, so you will know the team members, and I will make the announcement, so you know which items you need to talk about. Is it okay? Please give me a yes if it's okay. Give me a yes. OK， 咁我開房先。嗱，而家入緊組㗎啦嚇 ，OK。第一組嘅同學 Jada、Emily、Fion 呢個 YC35490，我唔知邊位同學嚇。跟住阿 Rachel 係啦，你入咗個房咧，你會見到㗎啦。第三呢個。
Hello，我哋係 Group 4，Group 4。我淨係記得我哋係有啲乜嘢必須要咯。咩 needed service 啊，跟住第一個咯，跟住我唔記得咗之後嗰兩個。Seasonality
同 spending pattern，
即係呢3個。使唔使等佢入嚟啊？定係我哋而家開始傾？我哋而家傾㗎啦嘛。我覺得 needed service 係要有 strong 嘅 internet， 即係一定要入邊嘅 service。即係 WiFi 咯。係啊，即係要強嘅 WiFi 咯。跟住。咁 lecture 咧？
應該要嗰啲 room service 嗰啲咯，我諗。
room service。我可唔可以開翻嗰個嚟睇？嗰啲酒店嗰啲 support 咯，即係book 車啊嗰啲咯。唔好咁靜啦，喂！
好尷尬啊！
係酒店 book 車，仲有冇啲咩啊？
誒
車咪全部都係酒店。
咩 seasonality
呢個即係咩啊？
呢個真係咩？真係咩？我都唔知。啊，我知旺季、淡季。
即係咪旺季定係咪淡季啊？
即係
係喎，我哋唔係要講兩個咩？我哋一個係講話即係我哋係咪要比較啊？即係一個普通嘅旅行同埋一個 business 嘅旅行有乜分別啊？係嘛？
即係佢哋嘅旺季、淡季係幾時咯？
係幾時？
leisure 旺季咁就係 holiday 咯 ，public holiday 嗰啲咯。暑假。
跟住 business 就係平時，即係算唔算啊？係咪平時都得啊
leisure time 咯。
？leisure 係咯。但係我哋頭先嗰個need service 係冇講話leisure travel 啊嘛，係嘛？即係我哋頭先淨係討論咗
有啊，咪 call 車咯。
但係佢哋要嘅 service 係 call 車啊？
即係
可能就
佢叫咩 customer service 嗰啲問佢哋嗰啲叫咩啊？嗰啲詢問中心嗰啲咯，類似。即係可能佢哋會唔識路嘅，跟住唔識佢哋嘅語言，我要翻譯咯。
哦，
translation。
Casey 啱啱係咪想講嘢？Casey
我話 business 可能就需要酒店，可能有啲 function room 或者係 conference room 提供俾佢哋咯，可能。
meeting room 嗰啲咯。跟住淡季，佢哋嘅淡季係幾時啊？
你講
business
暑假同12月，佢之前有講過。
哦，係因為啲機票酒店貴啊，同埋假期冇人做嘢咯。
嗯。
淡季 leisure traveler 嘅淡季就係嗰啲9月啊、2月嗰啲2、3月。
第四組做乜冇晒聲啊？你係咪傾緊嘢啊？第四組
係啊
係啦，係啦，第四組
淡季，即係9月至11月，跟住或者係2月。
2、3月度咯，因為4月就係 Easter 啦嘛。咁嗰個 spending pattern
即係咩啊？
即係咩啊？
消費個習
可能
喂，有冇聲？
有啊，你講啦，你講。
OK。你好似話嗰啲經濟嗰啲，即係商業嗰啲人會大使啲嘅。
聽得唔清楚，
細聲咯。
哦，等陣先。即係通常好似話做經濟嗰啲人咧，嗰啲生意佬好似，因為佢哋可以 plan 翻公司啲數咧，所以佢哋會相對大使啲咁樣。
即係 sponsor 佢哋去呢個 trip 嘅人啦，係咪
？spending pattern 咯，即係好似話咩機票可以買 商務，唔係買經濟嗰啲咯。
哦
同埋講，跟住酒店又可以額外買啲配套啊，即係大概專車接送嗰啲。
company 或者嗰啲叫咩旅行社，跟住有啲 package 嗰啲。
唔係，即係嗰啲佢到時成個 business trip 咧要俾錢先至可以有嗰啲咧，佢應該都要晒咯，所以佢個 spending pattern 就係比較大細，因為可以 claim 翻公司啲數，唔係佢自己出錢。
咁咪即係佢間公司就係佢嗰個 provider 係嘛？
好似應該係咁解係嘛？
即係普通嗰啲旅行咧就更加經濟啊，佢哋嘅 sponsor 係自己啊嘛，咁即
係應該
係
佢哋應該就係 sponsor 咯。
係咯，即係佢哋可以 join 旅行社嗰啲 package 咯。
但係呢啲都叫 sponsor 啦咩？因為係佢自己俾錢喎，佢 join 唔 join 得佢自己俾錢。
應該唔算 sponsor，但係
應該
佢哋就
冇咯。
經濟咯，係咪？即係如果係講使費嘅話，
即係可能佢哋買嘢之前會諗一諗先咯，睇下自己有冇呢個經濟能力買咁多嘢咯。但係 business 可能就買啲咩跟住 cam 公數咁樣咯，可能即係如果係喺呢方面嘅話。
我哋即啱邊個 present 冇人想 present 40秒後關閉，你即將自動返回主場。
一齊咯，有分噶嘛？好似每人加3分。
唔係佢話
邊人答邊個？
好似尋日咁啫，定前日我唔記得咗。
一人答一個。
我先check 咁我先 share 個 screen 俾大家，問我要即刻打翻大家啲討論嘅答案落去，跟住可以放咗學咧就 upload 上去 Moodle 啊嚇。好，咁咧嗱，而家我邀請 I would like to invite Group 1，OK？Anybody in Group 1, please try to share your discussions in terms of group size, gender and travel purpose。開麥啊！麻煩匯報啊，同學，我唔要你開啊，開麥。邊個可以匯報啊？唔好嘥我時間啊，唔該。
喂。
係邊位？
係 Matthew 啊。
Matthew 好講嘢，Matthew。
係。咁我哋講係 group size、gender 同 purpose 咯。
係先講啊。
我哋覺得個 group size 係即係 business 嗰個咧，應該係會多過休閒嗰啲，因為佢哋都係一班人，可能一班人一齊去嘅，即係啦。咁之後休閒通常都係可能同 friend 啊或者一家人去嘅，咁所以就會比較少啦。然之後 gender 方面，我哋就覺得business 咧係男女都有嘅，係啦。之後就休閒咧相反，我哋覺得係比較女性嘅比較多嘅，係因為通常都係即係家庭主婦多啦，通常得閒去嘅都係男嘅就通常都要去返工，唔係幾得閒去 travel 嘅，係啦。咁咧去 purpose 咧，咁 business 咧通常都係去meeting 啊，或者去交流 exchange 咁樣，係啦。咁休閒嘅就當然係去relax 啊，同埋觀光 visiting 咁樣。
好，唔該 Matthew。第二組麻煩匯報翻先，第二組麻煩講名，跟住就匯報翻嚇。
我係 Sarah。
係 Sarah 好 ，Sarah 請匯報啊 Sarah。
講 spending power 先嘅，咁business travel 咁佢哋就係high salary 啦，咁佢哋就可以 afford 到一個貴嘅價錢，所以佢就會係 high spending power 啦。即係就算佢哋淨係得好少時間都好，但係佢哋能力係可以買到貴嘢啦。咁 travel 咧就可能係一個normal 至到 high 啦，因為就 depend on 佢哋去邊一個地方咁樣，即係可能佢哋普通台灣咁樣就好 casual 咁樣去下，其實可能1-2千蚊都搞得掂。但係佢哋歐洲嘅話就可能使費就會大啲咁樣咯。咁其餘就交翻俾其他 group 嚟講。
好，下一位係邊位同學匯報啊？
我係 Janet。
係 Janet 係。
我就講 standing power standing time 嗰個先啦。咁 business 咧就 at least 2至3日嘅。咁另外嗰個咧就會至少都要1個禮拜啦，因為佢哋嗰個去嗰個 purpose 係唔同啦。咁一個係 for 工作嘅，咁就會少啲啦個日子。咁如果係去 travel 去玩嘅話咧，咁至少都會1個禮拜嘅起跳啦。
OK 好。咁呢個咧 booking notifications 咧係。
我係 Rita。咁我就會講 business travel 嘅。呢一個 point，因為我哋就覺得因為其實好多時 business 都係可能好臨時啊，好急咁樣先會話突然即係好突然嘅就要話要 book 嘅咯，所以可能會提前2至3日咁到咯，我哋會覺得，總之都係around 1個禮拜左右啦，但係就唔會好似 leisure travel 咁樣咁會早啲啦，可能係。另外呢個就俾leisure travel 就交俾我另外一個 group 嚟講。
Hello，聽唔聽到？
聽到。咩名
？Sorry， 我Crystal， 我係 Crystal 君。我哋就覺得 leisure traveller 佢哋嗰個 booking notification period 咧應該會早啲啦，咁可能就1個月或者更耐之前，因為好多人即係去旅行啦，普通 leisure traveller 佢可能要預翻時間去，即係會特登揾啲平機票啊，要請假啊，呢一啲都係佢哋要 concern 嘅因素，咁樣就會導致佢哋需要更多嘅 preparation time 去過佢哋要去旅行咁樣咯。
OK， 好。唔該晒第2組嘅分享啦，1、2組非常好嘅 kick off。嗱第3組，麻煩第3組，我想第3組嘅同學代表分享翻 group three。Hello。係咩名
？Jocelyn。
Jocelyn 係，請講啊。
我哋就覺得 hotel location 首先 business travellers 嗰個通常都會係近機場啦，或者係處於金融地區，即係譬如尖沙咀啊、中環啊呢啲近商業地區多啲嘅，同埋可能會近佢哋要開會嘅地方咯。
好，繼續啊。
之後leisure travellers 咧就通常都會喺一啲比較，佢哋會揀一啲平靚正嘅酒店啦，可能旺角啊、北角嗰啲地方咯，即係平啲嘅，但係佢哋又可以睇到一啲景嘅地方。同埋佢哋會揀一啲方便交通，即係方便佢去香港唔同，即係譬如佢哋會揀啲交通方便啲嘅地方去唔同嘅景點玩啊。
好，下一點啊，唔該。
之後 need service 嗰度 business traveller 就會需要譬如一啲可以開到會嘅地方啦，或者佢哋有可以有地方工作嘅書枱啊，或者佢哋需要嘅嘢啦。之後leisure 嗰個咧，可能就會比較想要返啲日常嘅家庭用品，可能有得煮飯啊，因為可以一家人一齊煮飯，或者會需要一啲 BB 床嘅嘅工具，可能一家大細嚟咁樣咯。
Miss， 我係 Angel， 我想補充少少。
好 ，Angel 你講啊 ，Angel。
即係休閒嗰個佢哋去玩啦，跟住我覺得可能佢哋需要一啲娛樂設施。跟住加上 因為呢個係佢哋自己 plan 嘅一個旅遊，咁可能佢哋搭車或者係搭車或者係飲食嗰啲就係佢哋自己決定嘅。咁但係雖然嗰個因為佢哋係好多人，但係佢哋行程係劃一嘅，所以可能需要一啲酒店嘅專車接送服務啦，跟住同埋飲食方面都包埋嚟3餐咁樣。
我先大家講晒，我先再補充啊。I want you to report all, and then I will add on the points and tell you whether it's correct or not correct. Okay? How was seasonality? 第四組。seasonality 係 hello。
係
咩名啊？唔好意思，我 miss 咗咩名啊？唔好意思，聽窒窒地咩名啊？
我係 Michelle 啊。
Michelle 好，係繼續啊 Michelle。係。
咁 seasonality 咧，咁business traveller 咧嘅旺季咧，通常就係啲平日啊，即係可能避開咗啲假期啦，因為嗰個機票會平啲啦。咁公司就會安排喺呢啲時候去咧，咁就可以減輕嗰個成本啦。咁喺leisure traveller 咧，咁就通常個旺季就會喺啲public holiday 啦，因為佢哋可以放假啦。咁淡季通常就喺可能9月至10月啊，2、3月、5月到啦。咁呢啲機票平啲嘅日子，咁就會係佢哋嘅旺季咯。係佢哋淡季，因為佢哋冇假放。
My questions 呢個我一陣我再講，係繼續。
之後下一點就留翻俾其他 group 未講。
好，
繼續。Miss 又係 Ellie 啊 ，spending pattern 咧，我哋就會覺得咧business 嘅咧會貴啲嘅，因為咧佢哋可以坐公司佢哋會俾翻錢去噶嘛，咁咧佢哋就會坐business car 啦，或者佢哋食嘅嘢嘅時候，佢哋抗商嘅位冇咁多咯，佢哋可能係方便啊，咁可能如果佢哋嗌酒店嗰啲食嘢嗰啲咧，佢哋都會比較貴噶嘛，即係佢哋唔需要抗商個價錢咯，而反而 leisure traveller 咧，佢哋咧就比較抗商啲金錢啦，佢哋會創 econ 揀啲嘢係經濟比較實惠嘅嘢多啲咯。
OK 好。組 Group 5唔該 ，Group 5請揾代表去匯報翻。Just before I tell you some additional informations. Group 5，anyone speak up in Group
5？Casey Chan。
係 Casey Chan 請講。
因為咧，佢哋啱啱其他都講晒，我哋就補充少少啦，就係 Mr. Smith 啦。我哋就覺得 nature 嗰度係可能要泳池啊、gym room 啊、spa room 嗰啲嘅。
係講得好就係呢啲，我想你講 spa 嗰啲嚇 ，spa。
佢哋要娛樂多啲啦，但可能就係要 meeting room 啊，淨係要台凳書寫有字有筆就可以啦。
係啦，台凳書寫性就可以好。另外嗰啲有冇補充啊？你同意其他組嘅分享定係點情況啊 ？Travel purpose、booking notifications、seasonality 有冇補充先？你哋組？
我哋同意。
佢呢啲 service 嗰個可以
係咪 Brian 定邊個啊
？Griffin。
Griffin 係唔好意思，聽聲聽唔到。Griffin 你講啊。
佢business 嗰啲就可以入住呢啲行政套房啦，而leisure 嗰啲係入翻普通客房就 OK 嘅。
我打下呢個 point 好。好，仲有冇補充？我講之前 ，OK？Just before I tell you the details，OK？No problem. Thanks for very fruitful discussion. I will upload this notes. 嗱，呢個手記我會 upload 喺 Moodle， 你可以自睇翻。OK？先講第一個點 ，group size。OK？Actually, it really depends. For business travelers, for most cases, actually, for more cases, it's smaller size. Smaller. 點解咧？因為好多時候你一個人公司淨係 send 你一個去見客 ，OK？or maybe you and your colleagues 兩個阿頭加埋嗰個靚，即係佢嘅即係佢嘅下屬兩個去開個會或者去見佢哋嘅客戶，所以好多時候咧 ，business travellers 咧 ，the group size is smaller. However, for leisure, OK? Although nowadays some people love to travel alone, we call solo travellers. 而家嘅新趨勢就係有啲人中意自己一個旅行啦。They may not be the backpacker， 佢哋未必係背包客，但佢唔中意同人哋一齊夾嘅。我中意自己去到邊食到邊買，咁呢個係一個新趨勢，我想大家知嘅新趨勢。OK？And another one, actually, for leisure travellers, normally the group size is larger. OK？ 通常係大啲嘅，因為you normally travel with your friends or your families, maybe a big group. OK？For For most cases, it's larger. Okay. So for business travelers, for most cases are smaller. Okay. They may travel alone or as a pair. Okay. For leisure travelers, they want to have relaxations. They want to interact with their loved one. So the size is bigger. Okay. And for gender, okay, gender actually, for business travelers, most likely male is more than female. Okay. Normally for the business travelers, you need to reach manager grade or above. 通常唔係啲即係普通員工去嘅，通常都係經理級或以上嘅。Okay. In most countries, normally those positions are still dominated by male. 好多國家其實咧都係男性主導嘅，如果做到嗰啲職級。咁好多時候咧，商務客戶咧都係比較多男士 rather than 女士嘅。But nowadays we have more female travelers. Okay, we have lots of working women. Okay, so actually 唔好意思，我加唔到個箭嘴，插入符號先。箭嘴。所以而家咧係越嚟越多嗰個女性嘅business travelers 嘅呢個點，我想大家知越嚟越多 female。OK，for leisure travelers it depends okay the group。OK， who you would like to travel with。而家即係你想同邊個去旅行啦？咁呢個就係50-50嘅有時可能，或者係男多啲女多啲，睇你嗰個群組係點啦。Or maybe all girls or all boys up to you。OK。And for business travelers, it's quite straightforward. You go there for MICE, okay, for meetings, incentive travels, convention exhibitions. For leisure, you just want to feel relaxed, sightseeing, and do whatever you like, okay? And for business travelers, correct, okay, they have higher posts, they have higher salaries, so they spend more, okay? On the other hand, leisure travelers, we still have some rich one, okay? It's really depending on their social class, okay? 有啲係可以好大使費或者好有錢嘅，亦都有啲係比較係基層嘅。咁所以咧呢個就係 depends on 佢 social class 啦，所以咧係可以係由低至高都可以嘅，喺 leisure travelers 嗰度 ，OK？ 跟住 staying time 呢個同學都答得啱啦。通常咧 business travelers 咧 they may stay short because the company need to pay for them and then the company don't want them to be away for so long, okay? So normally for business travelers is shorter period. For leisure travelers is longer period, okay? A week or maybe you go there for several months, okay?And for the booking notifications, okay, it's more rush and ad hoc. But for leisure travelers, they may book maybe 1 year in advance. 佢1年前已經 book 啦 ，because they want to enjoy cheaper fee. OK， 佢想慳翻佢個旅費，咁所以通常咧佢哋會好早就計劃佢哋嘅行程啦。OK， 另外呢度就個 hotel locations 都啱啦。就係即係通常市中心啦，啲方面嘅地方啦，近住機場 nearby the airport or nearby the headquarters， 近住佢公司嘅總部，方便佢出入。OK，for leisure is much more flexible. OK， you can book whatever you like, and they may be sensitive about the dollar side, so they may go for economy options. 因為佢嘅旅費係要自己去俾㗎嘛，咁所以咧佢 book 嘅地方咧可能就係比較經濟實惠啲嘅。OK， 係啦。另外呢度 needed service 都答對啦，但係我想補充少少。呢3個 point 我覺得都答得幾得好，係啦。嗱，你有商務中心啦 ，OK，because they need to use the printer, the Wi-Fi or the photocopying machine，OK。In the room you need to give them a desk，OK，so they can put the laptop and work on it and check the email，OK。Maybe they don't want to find their way，OK，they don't want to spare time to find their way heading to the hotel。It would be a good idea to have shuttle bus service 喺機場嘅接駁嘅服務啦，或者可能個接駁巴士會帶你去一啲主要嘅地區啦 ，OK。And normally for business travelers, they are so busy, right? Okay, they don't have time to go to the local restaurant and eat their meals. So normally for this group of people, they normally request for breakfast. 通常一定要食早餐嘅呢班人，因為佢一開波可能9點半已經開第一個會啦，咁佢通常喺酒店食埋早餐，咁佢就去第一個目的地度開會。咁 breakfast 對佢嚟講係好緊要㗎 ，OK？ 另外頭先阿 Griffin 同學都講得啱嘅呢個點就係 executive suite 行政套房。通常行政套房同 standard room 嘅分別就係 executive suite normally is larger and they may have a working area, okay? So you can hold meeting in the room as I just mentioned before. 通常會大啲 ，OK？ 無論浴室同個房間，同埋可能會有一個即係工作嘅空間，係俾你去開會啊，有 sofa 嘅地方咁樣樣 ，OK？And for the leisure travelers, they go for leisure, right? They ask for entertainment, okay, 娛樂啦。Or if they are with their families, they would like to have a kitchen, or they may want to have the baby items, okay? They may go there and enjoy spa or swimming pool, etc. Okay? Or nowadays, okay, they may ask for switch, okay? 我要打機啊 ，OK？ 因為我而家冇興staycation嘅 ，OK？ Sunshine 即係啲酒店好平嘛，可以2日1夜包你餐飯咁樣。咁所以呢啲就係 leisure 嘅特點啦 ，OK？And for seasonality 個季節性 通常咧商務客就係 weekdays 啦，OK。And for the leisure, they may go there during weekend, OK。And they have some peak time, for example, the off 淡旺季我哋叫做 peak，off peak。And for business travelers, OK, they are busy during spring and autumn, OK。春季同埋秋季比較係忙碌㗎 ，OK。autumn 係。跟住for leisure travelers 咧 ，actually 嗱2月份呢個我唔覺得係 off peak 㗎 ，because think about us as a Chinese, right? CNY, OK, it's the most expensive period in the year, OK。新年係仲貴過暑假㗎嚇，房價同埋機票呢個記得幾低 ，OK。咁即係如果你想慳錢，你就唔好新年去旅行啦 ，OK。And in here, spending pattern 通常咧就係公司支付嘅 ，OK，for business travelers, so they are much more feel happy to spend their money, okay? But for leisure, they use their own money, okay? So actually, you can see the differences between the two. And you need to interact with those groups, okay? I hope that you gain a clear ideas about the characteristics. It's okay. If okay, please give me a thumb up. 呢度明咗，麻煩俾個 like 我嚇，我知道你明咗呢度 ，OK？ 或者 yes 啦，或者拍拍手啦，你中意啦。咁我講多少少啊，俾多幾分鐘我知大家有下一堂，但係我想講多少少呢一度先先落堂啊！我哋進度而家都 OK 㗎嚇，冇墮後度㗎，係啦，你等我開翻份紙嚇。嗱，攞 T1 同 T2 嗰份 note 出嚟 ，please take out the notes of tutorial 1 and 2. We are still on that page。好，嗱，唔好意思，我開第二科添，唔好意思啊，因為有時佢電腦咧會 lock 死咗我喺某一科度啊。好，嗱，大家麻煩揭去第5版紙 ，OK，page 5，OK。The reasons why I do this discussion is all about this page。加啲先 ，OK。The major differences between leisure event and business event, and you need to gain some knowledge about those travelers。嗱，我哋做咗㗎啦。就係呢個表咯，係啦，咁大家都答對晒啦，基本上即係我睇下有冇啲點要補充先，係啦，係啦，呢一個要補充少少 ，OK。About leisure travelers, OK, who can you seek help when you try to travel around? For leisure travelers, they may do it by themselves， 自己 book 而家基本上 you can book it through an app or OTA 啦 ，online travel agent， 一啲網上嘅旅行社 ，OK。However, for business travelers, they rarely book that for themselves, OK？ 雖然呢個趨勢而家增長緊，越嚟越多商務客都自己 book 啦 ，because you can save the money for the company. Because if you want to book through it through a travel agents, you need to pay for the commissions， 即係你要有嗰個book 嗰個俾傭佢啊。咁所以而家咧開始個趨勢就係越嚟越多商務客都自己 book 啦，好簡單嘅啫。你去 Expedia 嗰啲 book 晒酒店機票好簡單 ，OK？But if they don't do it, for example, for some company, they will have a person, OK, to do the booking。可能公司專責有一個人負責係我負責安排同事出差嘅，有個部門或者有個人係負責 ，OK？Mostly is the secretary， 通常公司嘅秘書啦，或者 accounting department 嘅人啦，可能會計部嘅人會 spare hand 去做呢樣嘢啦。OK， 如果工作量不足，咁所以就有少少唔同喺呢度 ，OK？And as you can see, the things they need is slightly different. Normally for leisure travelers, they may need more about the transport, hotel or sightseeing. But for business, they need more about the meeting support, exhibition support， 即係佢多啲係商務方面嘅 support， 例如係 WiFi， 例如係 translation service， 一啲嘅傳譯嘅工作啦，一啲嘅網絡嘅工作啦，佢會比較需要多少少嘅 ，OK？ 咁呢個係你哋兩者嘅分別 ，OK？ 咁所以呢個就我想大家知一下。另外最後我想講一講埋呢一個圖 ，OK？Given that in this course we are talking about mice, right? Mice actually, we have this kind of relationship. Why we need to conduct business travel? Because we want to increase trade. 點解要越嚟越多商務嘅遊走？就係我哋想嗰個貿易嘅活動更加頻繁啦。So as you can see in this diagram, after business travel, it will be straight ahead to increase trade activities. Okay, and besides that, nowadays. We are facing a stronger competitions within our industry, okay? And we are asking for more high-tech item. 對嗰個資訊科技嘅要求越嚟越高 ，okay? And we always want to compare different options, okay? And once we can attract, okay, 我哋可以吸引多啲商務客咧 ，because for every destination， 所有旅遊景點 ，we love business travellers because they are the high spender while comparing with leisure travellers in general。中文嗰時，點解咁多旅遊地方都中意商務客？因為佢哋係使錢係能力強好多嘅，對比喺大眾嘅 leisure travellers。OK， 咁所以咧，如果你做到呢樣嘢咧 ，we can help the locals to increase the GDP、GNP。The people can have jobs, they can earn more income, and it's more stable. OK， 就係呢個圖想講嘅嘢啦。OK， 係啦，等我睇下有冇遺漏先。注意呢課書。That's it for T1 and T2. If you have no problem, OK. Bye 啦，guys. OK, take care. Bye bye. 嗱，今堂書講晒啦。Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye guys. Bye bye.